Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Let me mute up, y'all. Let me mute up. Let me know when we go live. No, 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 no. You good, mama. I,
Let's go. Go with your move, and if you play, then you gon' die today. Could've bought designer, spit the rack on Michael J's. Control the pot, grip on the Glock, watch the dough making plays. And if my opposition see me here on up, then he a fool. Get my diamonds in like H2O, bitch, come get in this pool. Last nigga, he had tried me, you know he had made the news. I was smooth since I was younger, I was that dude. Yeah, hey. Saw my mama in that casket, left me traumatized. See my first gun at 15, it left me mesmerized. All the odds be scared and high, and the hoes petrified. Say he a Christian, when I see him, he get crucified. Any opposition pop up, they get neutralized. I'm from the hood with a Uzi 9 like school supplies. Watching what I eat, watching what I speak, watching what I see. I need prosperity. Jesus died at 33 shots to come from me. Speeding in the SRT, I wish a nigga play with me. If my opposition see me here on up, then he a fool. Yeah, my diamonds in like H2O, bitch, come get in this pool. Last nigga, he had tried me, you know he had made the news. I was smooth since I was younger, I was that dude. Whole lot of money coming in, I count a lot of guap. Lil' boy say he wants to smoke, I told that nigga he should start, yeah. What's the move, yeah, what's the play, yeah, he won't smoke with who, take him down today, yeah, even in he Cartier, still see the hole when niggas shoot the smile off your face. I ain't came to choke with niggas, got a Cuban on my neck, so I ain't tryna link with niggas. Got a bottle in my section, I ain't tryna drink with niggas. And nigga muggin', get you shot, you better not move or blink at nigga. All this water around my neck look like a fucking sprinkler system. Bad bitch, a porn star, you know she resemble Pinky nigga. Remember days I was broke, nice rings on pinky fingers, y'all. Hey, go with your move, and if you play, then you gon' die today. Could've bought designer, spent the rack on Michael J's. Control the pot, I grip the Glock, watch the dough making plays. Yo, and if my opposition see me here on up, then he a fool. Yeah, my diamonds hit like H2O, bitch, come get in this pool. Last nigga, he had tried me, you know he had made the news. I was smooth since I was younger, I was that dude, y'all. Watching what I eat, watching what I speak, watching what I see. I need prosperity. Jesus died at 33 shots to come from me, yeah. Hey. Saw my mama in that cake and left me traumatized. All that boy crucified.
Beef with me, you better beef and get all the tips. You better get me tipped. You better get oxtails. Yeah, let's better get sirloin. Hey, you can use it to put some volume up on them tracks unless you just want it, bro. Imitation niggas never last long.
Yeah, beef with me, you better beef and get all the tips. You better get me tipped. You better get oxtails. You better get sirloin. You better rib our well. Yeah, imitation niggas never last too long.
And why should they? They've been raised by the internet. Big OG, I don't talk to them no more. I don't wait my breath.
I be out the way, I be chillin' by myself.
Here come the new millennials, wanna fuck around and get my hands on the bright colors and niggas and sauces. Beef with me, it ain't fun, nothing's gonna end well. I'm just like beef and barbecue, and I cook my meat well. It's medium well. You fucking with me, you going to hell. Ain't no peacekeeper around here, nigga. This bird, I'm crazy. Fat foes showing up, he's gonna make sure that you smell. How your last meal? Screw it, might as well enjoy too. Cause if you be with me, I'ma come faster, harder than you did back in high school. Ooh, so true. If Forrest Gump touch a tit and bust a nut, better move around from away from me if you ever thinking about toughen up. Cause I give a nothing, I don't give a fuck. I shouldn't cuss, but I gotta do this much. Cause these new millennial assholes wanna beef with me, and I'ma give them that cook's touch.
Beef with me, you better beef and get all the tips. You better get me tipped. You better Imitation niggas never last too long. Never last too long. You better get oxtail. You better get sirloin. You better rib our well. Imitation niggas never last too long.
Think I'ma crash my car to a pig, pork chop. Yeah, I got tweet, double entendre, fuck cops. Chop them down, then on my block.
Fuck cops.
I'm unorthodox, keep my shit locked. Ain't nobody in my style, cause they can't find me, cause I'm way up at the top. Pinnacle shit. Yeah, I'm winning a lot. Y'all niggas destined to flop. Not me, I take opportunity.
Wanna see shot, I'll take that shot.
Rock that rock. I ain't no pot, cause no kettle black, ain't pop that pot. I woke up to 6 milli. Goddamn, I ain't know that I got that high.
If you beef with me, you better beef and get all the tips. You better get beef tip. You better get oxtail. You better get sirloin. You better rib our well. Yeah, imitation niggas never last too long. Never last too long. You better get oxtail. You better get sirloin. You better rib our well. Imitation niggas never last too long.
Can't even play with this shit, man.
Find out about a man, follow his tendencies.
Fucking showdown,
Check the
motherfucking
patterns
showdown.
out. Everybody got a pair of lips.
Most bitch niggas got two.
Bitch ass niggas do what bitch niggas do. I don't talk to him no more. I don't wait my breath.
Smoking on that fire, keep me thinking through the galaxy. Higher than a house, no. All day long, yeah, big smoke. Got to unwind, relax your mind. Universe is speaking to me, keep my spirit aligned. The time and space in my mind goes deep. Analyze my way, continue to go get it. Starlight hit it, I'm committed and gone. Catch a vibe underneath the starlight sky. I'ma be smoking. Relax for the rest of the day. I'ma be smoking. Ain't about to stress about anything. People keep calling my line. You'll get the voicemail every time. Ain't worried about a damn thing. Ain't about to pull no hamstring for no nigga. Living my stress-free life, no drama, good tree beats, taking my thoughts to creativity. Smoke, 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 smoke with me. You know I got all
want this
you
download
need.
link.
Come, chill, blow, smoke with me. Puff, puff, pass. I'ma be smoking. Relax for the rest of the day. I'ma be smoking. Ain't about to stress about anything. People keep calling my line. You'll get the voicemail every time. Ain't worried about a damn thing. Ain't about to pull no hamstring for no nigga. I'ma be smoking. Relax for the rest of the day. I'ma be smoking. Ain't about to stress about anything. People keep calling my line. You'll get the voicemail every time. Ain't worried about a damn thing. Ain't about to pull no hamstring for no nigga. I'ma be smoking, smoke, smoke, smoke with me.
Found my lane and never made no merger. But let them play in traffic, then I might hit something. Like tobacco chewers, let me spit something while I'm in that mood. I been that dude, I just don't pop it heavy. Never seen so many grown men willingly gossip ready. I could be petty, but they expect me to keep it balanced. Don't tip no scales, but we wish them well if they seek that challenge. Stick to the facts only, every odd that was stacked on me. I had to get even with it. If I'm coming for it, then I'm leaving with it, making sure I'm aware with it. Put me in a room with a bear, and I swear I'll turn to a werewolf. Tear every hair from the bear, then I make me a new pair of bearskin shoes, like what I'm aware with it. Might hit a boutique with a new freak till I put in her 2-week notice. They say they awake, but I hate to relay news that they do sleep on us. Apparently, even in lieu of a merit increase, we still seek bonus. And you say that you know us to pay what you owe us before you do speak on us. Positive vibes. Some of us like to get high at the top of the sky. Some of us sip till we get lit to forget that we still do gotta survive. I'm live, like breaking news. While they pay for views, we just making moves without breaking rules. I'm cut like a diamond, remind them that I'm minding my business. And I heard that you might lose your tongue if you play an eyewitness. I be zoned out, but I'm tuned in, that's the parallel. Hope my light lift and I live long, that's a pair of L's that I'll gladly hold in the palm of my hand. This the qualms of a man, speaking as calm as I can. But
They keep talking while I keep shining, unavailable to anybody. Smoking good green, not watching no timing. I make a way. Oh, I make a way. 'Cause I'm the source, the plug, I got what you need.
And who is that singing?
This old girl, I don't know. That's her.
Was that
That's
the one that
her.
was on the last song too?
No. Yeah. No, she wasn't on her. Yeah, she was on her.
I got what you need. Come catch this vibe and burning sage and cleansing my alignment. Meditation, manifesting my goals.
At least that song.
Because they keep watching while I'm progressing, counting this money, walking
Life, you're gonna have to
minding
send that
my
playlist
biz,
over, man. I like the last
protecting my
few songs.
energy.
Shit, I like all the songs for real.
I make a way.
That last one.
Oh, I make a way. 'Cause I'm the source, the plug, I got what you need. I make a way. Oh, I make
You
a
want to check too, by the way.
way. 'Cause I'm the source, the plug, I got what you need. Oh, I make a way. 'Cause I'm the source, the plug, I got it you need.
Okay.
I'm elevated, babe. No more stress or tears, frustration or doubt. Standing on my team, yeah, yeah. Conquered all my fears, spreading wisdom when it's needed. Not worried about opinions, y'all don't know my story. Most of y'all will fold, truth be told. My story is different, take a listen, y'all. I'm a goddess, babe, and I would never sleep on me. Y'all stay playing low, and y'all would never sleep on her. I keep it going low, and I would never sleep on me. Y'all can count me out, and y'all would never sleep on her. Tell me what you know about the struggle, baby. Single mom before I had to learn some lessons. Thank God for his protection. Thank you. Without it, I'd have never made it. Put my heart deep into this pen and watch it paint a story. The world will feel it, no attention seeking through the truth. Walk with me while in alignment. Footsteps can't be mimicked, ancestors walking. I'm a goddess, babe, y'all would never sleep on me. Y'all stay playing though. And y'all would never sleep on her. I keep it going though. And I would never sleep on me. Y'all can count me out. And y'all would never sleep on her. Shall it be? So it be. It'll be for me. Peace, love, light, and abundance. Ashe, Miss Erica.
Yo, man, it's your boy Hawk Life. And you tune in to Tap In, the panel. You know what I'm saying? Where we incorrectly political. We say it how we feel and how we mean. You know, sugarcoating. And if you don't like it, this ain't the platform for you. Now, before we get started, we're gonna let our panel introduce themselves. If you was wondering who you was just listening to, that's Miss Erica. Check out on all platforms, Erica French. Check out on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? Go tune in.
KC in the building, man. Shout out to KC, man. I,
Yeah.
I'm Young Teasy. If y'all don't know, Quality Music Management CEO and founder, down based in St. Louis, Missouri, where my management company is your main source for all management needs. Quality Music Management. Our fees are definitely cheaper than your needs. Make sure y'all tap in, and like he said, if this not the podcast for you, make sure you just exit politely.
Trying to tell you. Singer songwriter Miss Erica French. Uh Also, you heard a little bit of this next person, Mr. Faithful. Fuck around and found out you heard one of his songs came through that playlist today. Introduce yourself.
Man, what's the deal, man? What's up to the panel? Teasy, Hawk Life, Erica, how y'all? Man, it's FAFO. That's an acronym, you know. Fuck around, find out.
Yeah.
And I'm staying busy. I'm definitely staying busy. I was just in the studio working on some super secret stuff with a certain independent rapper artist out of Kansas City, Missouri. So, but I made it. I couldn't miss this. We got some good topics tonight. Man, y'all tune in. Like he said, if your feelings on your sleeve, take them off or get up out of here because we answering honestly.
Yes, sir. And who we got over there? Who we got over there? Who this young lady is over there? You know, she been there every week. Secretary of the year. Goddamn. Man, might well call her management because she doing everything. You know what I'm saying? Nisha, you want to introduce yourself?
Took a break.
Oh, snap. You know?
She got perfect attendance.
Perfect attendance. Said, I'm gonna be here, but I ain't gonna be here. Wait not to have no choice.
Thanks.
Either in the bathroom or fell asleep on them. Working 24/7, long days, long nights, man. We ain't gonna blame you.
Or handling one of them businesses like she does. That's a busy lady.
We ain't gonna blame nobody. We gonna get into the show. We got some dope questions. I wish we'd have maybe she'll pop up and we'll have a female's perspective. Um, but we gonna get in to the show, man, because we got a good show for y'all. We got some good questions. We're gonna get y'all opinions. We would love to have a lot more females on to give a female perspective, but we had some technical issues in the beginning. Um, but we're gonna get into it. Without further ado, the first question is when a man got too many partners, he's just being a man. But when a woman got too many partners, she's a 304. What's your thoughts?
Um, you starting off easy, you going or what? I started off then. So I got one of them grandpas that always had a weird metaphor for everything, but this one wasn't too weird. I heard a lot. Um, a master key that can open many
Mm.
locks is valued, but a lock that can be opened by any key is trash. That's I don't necessarily agree with all that, and I don't. I'm a modern guy. I'm a hippie. I'm a modern guy, man. I don't really believe in that body count thing, man. What you do is what you
Uh-oh.
do. It's just how our relationship is when we together. Like if we speak in men and woman type shit. If I meet somebody and I've heard about her past, or she's open with it, like yeah, I get around. I used to get around, or I got a pretty high body count. I'm like, that's cool. Is we still on that? If you know, if not, cool. If so, then I get to choose what I want to do. But I'm it's weird, you know, like equal opportunity stuff. I'm good with certain things, but I'm good with other things. Like the body count, I don't mind. Just I just value whatever we got going on for how I feel when we are in, you know, when we hang out. If I ain't feeling nothing weird or if it ain't bothering me, then I don't care. But you know, you got to be a little careful these days because there's so much going on. So I guess I want to find out if it's good down there. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my French, not really. But as long as everything's good down there and medical, everything checks out, it's just, it don't bother me. As long as it ain't coming in the bed with us, I'm fine with it.
Facts, facts. How I feel about this subject, I don't know. I don't know. I guess with men, they used to men being doing shit like that. So I guess they just saying that's a man being a man. Um, I don't know why they call it and women 304. I guess that's what it is. It's basically how you carry yourself, though. 'Cause you have multiple partners to carry yourself in a totally different way. But people don't see that of you. So what you present to people sometimes matters. Um, if you that's what you put out there, if you come outside every day and you got on skin tight shorts and spaghetti scrap shirt or whatever, however they fucking call it, and you know, put some pecan chips all up in the crack of your coochie, that man's off his look to him, he's gonna say that's a 304, that's a bop, because he's thinking you're selling something. Basically, you come outside looking like you're selling something. But if you come outside and your appearance is all business, but in the bedroom is freaky, then he won't probably look at you as that because he don't see that. That's not how you carry yourself on the outside. So as much as the way you carry yourself on the inside, on the outside matters. I think when it comes to that topic. Now, I myself personally wouldn't call nobody a 304, but I just feel like it's more of like say how you carry yourself than anything.
Man, I think I want to touch on just something real quick. My bad, TZ. Last week
Yeah.
or
I can
last
hear you.
time you said something hawk life about how women can hide it better. You'll never know. Like guys, we don't really hide it that much, but you never know. A woman only let you know what they want you to know. They good with it, man.
They ain't that good at hiding. They say your clothes say tell you everything
Not no
about you. Your
more.
clothes tell you everything you know about you. If she got on a cat skin outfit, that means she a wildcat. Now I'm joking, but that what they say. But I thought somebody was coming in. But TZ,
Yeah, and like I said, it's one thing to wear what you want to wear, but when you know certain shit is enticing, you know people, you know that's you asking for the shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's about knowing, you know, who the fuck you are, but at the end of the day, knowing what the fuck you putting out to attract what it's gonna attract. You know.
Mhm.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, you can't put on a cop uniform and then get mad when niggas start asking you about emergencies. And
Straight up,
that's
straight
like a
up.
cop. You walking up to a cop and you like, I need help, and they were like, just cause I'm dressed like this, don't assume I'm a motherfucking cop.
Right. Nah, that's a fact.
So Nisha, from a woman's point of view, if you can hear me, why do what? Oh damn, she done left again.
Hey, I got a
You got to stay on
Catherine
topic.
coming too. I got Catherine coming in a little bit too.
Okay, cool. We need the women perspective.
Yeah. That's why I seen it was one woman on here, so I went. That's why I wasn't on here because I was talking to Catherine. She said give her about 5 minutes. She'll pop in.
Yeah, I gotta show up
So I
on
sent her
time.
the link. I sent her the
Eight
link.
thirty. It's 8:30. I gotta show up on time.
Yeah.
Right. And
8:30.
my
I don't like switching off the
my
app.
three-way team
I would
is
invite some
celebrating their
people.
birthday. Shit,
Okay.
they ass all over the world right now.
Yay! Happy birthday, ladies.
They
They
doing their thing.
Hot life. If you can like message somebody, man, message Miss Red and tell her I humbly asked her to join the
I
panel. I don't
already
want to switch off.
contacted her. She already knew ahead of time. Yeah, look, people show up when they want to show up.
She been busy as hell
She in the
too.
chat. She
She out
actually
there
was.
making
She
that music.
actually was in the chat.
Nobody ain't busier than
Yeah.
Teasy.
Oh,
For
I
them
didn't
not to
know.
be her, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. I'm the most busiest nigga in the world.
Get
So
him.
motherfuckers ain't never that busy.
Yep.
Like
We
you
gonna get the
say,
one
people
Hey,
choose.
Teasy, how's the city?
Man, people choose.
How's the city after that
Oh
tornado,
man,
Teasy?
it'll never be the same. But we definitely got people out here remaining. So that's one thing about
Yeah.
being able to fall is being able to get back up. And like I tell people, shit, I can only imagine what they going through, but they got to know that other people going through way worse than what they going through.
Yeah.
So,
Every
people,
time, someone always got it worse. And they wish they was in your position while you complain.
But I ain't gonna lie, I think that's what people gotta realize in life. Like, I think we so used to people lying to people and telling people that they special and you not really that special in the world of things. And because there's always like you complaining about getting evicted out of your house. There's a motherfucker without no house. They wish they had a house they could get evicted out of. So even at your worst, you living better than people at their greatest.
Right. So
Any day you above ground, you could do something.
Facts. But we're gonna get into the next topic, man. And it's a big topic among men because I think women we really give a shit. Hold on. Miss Big Red Face just jumped in the building. Hold on.
That's what I'm talking about.
But
Put the link in the chat. Just tell them get on
there.
there. That's what we need to do. Just put the link in the chat.
What up,
yeah,
y'all? What up?
until we get our solidified people shit.
Yeah.
Rich
Just put
Red,
the
what's
damn
the
link
deal?
in the chat because I want to hear what everybody got to say. So just put the link in the damn pin the link. Say
I got the right one now.
no, she's still getting it together. But to the
I
fellas,
don't think Miss Red gonna say
Miss
it. I
Red, where
think
you
Miss
at?
Red gonna get scared.
Hold on now. You don't know me. I speak my truth. What's up?
No. That one gonna say it. What's up, Red?
What up?
I was trying to
You
bait
don't
you
know
on
me.
here.
Let me warm
You can't
up.
bait
I
me.
don't need no warmer. I don't need no warmer. I come in as a lava flow.
So the question is when men have multiple partners, they're just being a man. But when women have multiple partners, they're 3 or 4. Why is that?
Why you want me to answer this question? First of all, y'all hoes too. Fucking you talking about? If you fucking multiple women, you a hoe too.
There it is.
Well, I gotta tell you this. I gotta tell you this. With a woman, just the way they built, they can't really clean that shit out of them. We could wash off our piece. They can't
First of all,
when a nigga nut in a girl, that shit is
let me explain something to you. They got something called douches. I don't use them because I'm celibate, so I really don't give a shit. But they have douches.
Water in there,
you get it's not just water. That's what you don't understand. If you're gonna talk about it, know about it. Douches ain't just water. It's got vinegar and some more shit in it. It's to help clean you out. Not to mention you gotta take care of your body. You gotta know your pH balance. You gotta know all that. But if you stick your dick in a bunch of females, whatever she got on her is on you. I believe in transfer of energy. That's why I don't be out fucking around because transfer of energy is real.
Facts.
And whatever a dude come inside of you, you carrying that DNA inside of you, and you become a part of that person. That's why I don't fuck around.
That's why. So that's why all these girls bipolar. They got 6 different niggas.
Probably more than that. Probably more than that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's why dudes be getting all sensitive and shit, watching movies and crying.
Look, the one nigga shit in there like, what the fuck you doing in here? They in there beefing in that motherfucker. That makes sense. That make a lot of sense.
Just saying.
I'm coming out. My next movie gonna be Beef for the Nuts.
Yeah.
Beef for the sperm.
Yeah, they in there doing battle in that motherfucker.
It's a real life thing though. That's why I like being celibate. I'm cool.
Nah, ain't no.
That is real. That shit
being
is real.
celibate is being celibate is a toy user. So you're not really celibate.
I am celibate. I don't fuck.
I
don't know. I just always like.
I don't even use toys. Like I don't even play with myself. I'm fully celibate.
But I always felt like celibate is always like like
You niggas said no.
I ain't gonna lie, like when women say that they celibate, I be like, you could just not have sex, right? You don't have to be celibate because I feel like you had so much sex you had to take a break. That's how I feel.
Nope.
When I
I
hear a
don't
girl,
trust dudes. Like there's so many STDs around this motherfucker. I'd just much rather be single and celibate for real. I don't even play with myself for real, for
But
real.
you know you have to release that out of your body though.
No,
So
you do not. No, you do
yeah.
not. You put that energy into something
I don't
else.
know,
You put
man.
that energy into something else.
Spirit.
No,
It's a
everything in the
spiritual.
body.
hey,
It's a
she not
Yeah,
lying.
spiritual thing
spiritually
She
for
not
too.
me.
lying. Them sports motherfuckers don't fuck nobody, boy. And they be
It's
winning
more
Olympics.
healthier to
And,
Yeah,
them
they.
be the
Hey, that
most
girl
bitter,
Calista Hill said, I
them,
don't fuck her for no fight. I don't do none of that.
and them be the most bitter, crazy motherfuckers in the world. You have
Nah,
to
but I
get
ain't gonna
rid
Well,
lie.
of the
you must
Yeah, but
you
see,
must
man,
just experience hoes that want to fuck that probably stop fucking because they probably got an STD they don't want to tell you about. Me, I chose that.
No,
I
I'm
chose
saying
that
genetically.
because
I'm saying genetically, you are supposed to release those toxins, and
no, you
I'm not
not.
saying
I've heard
No, you
otherwise.
not.
Spiritually, you're supposed to
Nah,
have
Spiritually,
you
semen
supposed
exactly.
retention
nah, I
to
ain't
like
gonna
reach
lie.
higher
Spiritually, you
levels.
supposed to be married to the motherfucker you fucking for real. You ain't supposed to be out here just fucking everybody.
no marriage is a fucking
I
a
know, but
paid
what I'm
business.
saying you're supposed to be life partners with the person you're fucking. You're not supposed to.
Okay,
Men and women ain't supposed to be just fucking different motherfuckers every day.
no,
First
that's
of
a
all,
fact.
if you take it back to old school days,
Bullshit.
you was only supposed to fuck when you were trying to conceive a baby. You wasn't
Yeah.
even supposed to do it for pleasure.
Yeah, and that's what I was just gonna say.
Until there was this story about somebody making water into wine, then it was all good.
I don't know about all that.
Y'all niggas in there paraphrasing. Y'all switching shit up. I ain't never heard that.
Yeah,
But
I
I don't know.
don't really
It's a
fuck with
spiritual
that
thing for me.
organized
You know what I'm
religion
saying? It's
anyway.
a spiritual
Nah,
choice
I
that I chose
condone
for
you.
myself.
Yeah, I condone you for that. As long as you know you can release right, and it's not causing your body to
That's why I got a motorcycle.
Oh, okay. You a daredevil.
Hey, that girl be riding. That girl be riding the shit out that seat.
Yeah, she get them endorphins somewhere else. She be on
I
that
do.
road.
I don't need to stimulate myself. I
Be
I
spilling
find
all over the
something
But
road.
else.
I ain't gonna
It's
lie.
coming
But I
out.
ain't gonna lie. But I ain't gonna lie. Maybe
It don't even
maybe
vibrate like that. I don't know why people think that. It don't even
nah,
vibrate like
no.
that
But
for
I ain't
real.
gonna
And I
lie.
got
Females
a
naturally.
Harley.
Yeah, dude, you got a Harley Davidson.
It
You ain't
don't
riding no
vibrate.
ninja. You
It
got
does
one of them.
not
Blah, blah, blah,
vibrate
blah,
me
blah,
to
blah.
where I'm coming while I'm riding my bike.
I
I'm
was
just
just gonna say females naturally
when
come
I
anyway.
ride, I just it's a spiritual thing for me. That's the closest thing I feel to being free and being able to fly.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
I feel
Next
I,
that.
question.
I definitely
And
got to
then
talk
too.
to you more about that.
Yeah, Hawk Life said, change the subject. Next question. Shit.
Golly.
Y'all knew what it was when I came on here.
No, but
Already.
We need you, Red. We
I
need
know
it. I always
that's
said you
why I
need to be
jumped
on media
in.
somewhere.
Why do the next topic is oh my god. And the fellas and the ladies can answer the question we stand on topic is does body count matter?
yes, it
Yes.
does.
Yes. Yes.
Ladies first, huh?
Yes. It does.
It
If I
always
told
matters.
y'all my body count, y'all would think I was lying because this shit low as shit.
Yeah, body count
It all
matters.
depends
Yeah,
on what
just-
state you in.
Hey, as soon as a girl say body count don't matter, that's some hoe shit.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
that-
want to know all the energies that you done allowed around
it-
you and on top of you. I'm good.
I would
I don't
say
even want
body
to
count.
share that energy.
Yeah, I would
Body
say it
count
don't
So
matter.
definitely
the answer to it, what, Red, you saying it
It
matters,
does
Red? You
matter.
saying it matters?
Absolutely.
If your wife came to you and said, back
Yeah.
before we got married, I sucked 100 dicks, you're gonna feel some type of way.
I mean,
Maybe. Or you going to be like, God
Nah,
damn, you
you
better
you
be
better
good at
be
it.
fucking a pro.
Hey, if you sit there with
If
your
it
wife,
took you 100 dicks to become a pro, that's a problem.
I had a- hey,
She's going to do it.
if
No,
your
yeah.
wife said-
I hope
hey,
you done with
if your
that
wife-
shit. But
Right.
Hey, if your wife
That's
looked at you and said, "Baby, I had sex with 1,000, I sucked 1,000 dicks before I figured out I wanted
we
to
get a
settle with
divorce.
you."
We get a
Hey,
divorce. You just
hey.
said 1,000?
But you should know that
You
before
said
you
1,000?
marry her.
Hell
Shit.
no.
Hey, and then she looked at you and said, "Baby, don't worry. They have my body. You have my mind and my heart. You don't give a fuck about
That didn't
this
make
shit."
no sense. You just basically said, I used to be
But you should
young,
know you
and
So
I
they
want to
just
settle
have my
down
body.
you
now.
know all that. I'm gonna answer the question. What is the question again?
Does
Hawk
body
Life?
count
Count
matter?
matter? Yeah, it does.
Fuck yeah, it matters. It matters. It matters somewhere. You're gonna think about it. Hell yeah, it matters. You're gonna wonder if it's over with or how many motherfuckers had what you had, if it's still going. You think
You ain't
about it.
never
Hell yeah, that
lied.
shit
I
matters.
You
feel
go in there. You go in there. They talk to you like the nigga that don't be a miss. Nigga, you just kissed every nigga in the party.
I would
That's
say
what I'm saying.
Every time you go
That's
somewhere
why
and she
it
hugging
ties-
everybody.
That's why it
Yes.
ties into the last question because that transfer of energy is real. Like once you cross that line with a motherfucker and then you see them out in public, you can't just act like you ain't fucked them.
I would say it shouldn't
That's
matter
why
though.
I
You be
don't
like,
be.
wait, you
That's
fucked
why I
him?
don't
Like
be
that nigga?
understanding. That's why I don't be understanding these females. Like, oh yeah, this is my brother. I'm sorry, but if I fucked you, I'm not calling you bro,
Yeah, that's
brother.
not
No,
your
none of
bro.
that shit. Hey, I fuck homie before.
And my
You know what I'm
cousin.
saying? And this is what it is. That's my girl. What up?
Yeah. I was
Hey,
just gonna get her on here.
y'all.
I would say it shouldn't matter though, because y'all got to look at it like this, man. Your past is your past, and if you don't, come in a relationship, giving people the benefit of the doubt, then you're not genuinely giving that person who you are. Their
Oh,
past is their
I
past.
ain't gonna lie, but
Their
everybody
past
got
is their past, man. Y'all got to
I
understand
get
that.
being honest, and
I
I
like
get that
that.
as their past.
I like
But you
that.
also have to look at the fact of where they was mentally when they did that shit and whether or not
Yeah,
they
and that's what I'm
actually
saying. They can be
changed.
more
Hey, I
mature
don't
right
give a
now.
fuck.
Only
I don't
time
give
will
a
tell though. But you
hey.
never give
I
that
Yeah.
don't give
person
a
an
Yeah.
fuck
opportunity.
I
where.
feel you,
You
TZ.
I don't
never
give
give
a
that
fuck
person an
where.
Let people talk.
opportunity. If
Let everybody talk. Let everybody
yeah,
talk.
you never give that person an opportunity, to be the best person they can be if you dwell off of their past. So that's why I say it really shouldn't matter.
Man,
I
I
feel
ain't
that.
gonna lie.
I
If a
do.
dude came up to me and was like, I've been with like 3,500 females, but I'm gonna walk the fuck away from you. Like, I'm good. Because,
Yeah, body
first of
count
all,
definitely
I'm
matters.
gonna need to see your paperwork before we even fuck. I'm not doing none of that shit. 3,500. If you, I'm sorry, but like I said, my number is low. So if I tell motherfuckers I've been with 13 people sexually, they gonna be looking at me like, oh, you gotta multiply that by 3. No, I'm dead ass. I've only
I ain't
been
gonna
with
lie,
like 13
13
motherfuckers.
people.
Yeah,
I ain't
that
gonna lie,
three.
13
That
people
three
is a lot
No.
to
thing.
me. You know what
That's
I'm
what
saying?
I'm saying. It's a
That ain't
lot
a
to me,
lot.
and I'm 36. You know what I'm
I was
saying?
just
Not,
gonna say, but
there
check
was
it
Nah,
out.
only
It's a lot
there
of
was
people
only
to me.
2 of them. There was
For
only
a
2 of
woman.
them that I wasn't in a relationship with.
Okay.
Everybody else I was in a
That ain't a
relationship with.
lot.
But it is a lot to me because I don't move like that. So me counting that shit like, damn, I'm 36. You know what I'm saying? I lost my virginity at 17. Like 13 people is a lot to me. But then I be hearing other people like, yeah, I'm well in the hundreds. And I'm like, damn.
13 in a
That
month
should
for
be a
some
badge of
girls.
honor or something. Ruin.
You
I
get
met a
stripped. You
I
get
met a girl.
stripped.
I met a girl that said that she been with so many dudes, like she's addicted to abortions, bro. She just
Oh,
said
hell no.
she just keep getting them
What
motherfuckers.
the
She
fuck?
said
Does she
she
know
said
Oh
what she doing
shit.
to her
First of
body?
oh,
all,
she said it gives her a
first
tickle
of
when she
all,
gets the abortion. She's
a
addicted to it.
woman is only
Oh,
allowed to
she
have
need
a
to
certain
be
amount of abortions.
she need to be in the motherfucking psych ward. I'm
Motherfucker's a
sorry.
serial killer, bro.
After
These
like
same
4 or
people
5, no,
that
I'm serious. After
you
like
money
4
in
or
that
5
same people that
abortions
be able to
by
go keep
law
it.
over here in Philly, they won't give you no more abortions.
No, you got to go to a different state.
Yeah, that's what she said. She been going state to state just getting
Nah, see,
abortion
that's
money.
too much. You trying to see the world while you killing
Oh,
Oh
babies?
she
no, God
tripping.
gonna punish her.
That's insane.
They said if she go to
Diabolical.
heaven, a
Somebody need to
flock of
tie her
she go to
shoelaces.
heaven, a
No,
flock of babies gonna
God gonna
run off
punish
her.
her
No,
ass.
somebody just need to take her pussy out at the end of the day. Just take that shit out.
So
They
Chachi, what you think about
depussify her.
body count?
Crazy.
Right now.
But she said she
Take
likes
that
the way
plug
it,
out.
she said cause she was in Chicago, they said they wouldn't give her no more abortion. She had to keep moving and like she said she's addicted to how it feels.
But see, that shows you what some females' mental mindsets be. You gotta
For
really be
real.
careful,
Hey,
man. You
it was
got
kind
to
of
be
disgusting.
careful.
Facts, big facts.
And what they capable of doing.
Ugh. I said, bitch,
I
hey,
can't
bitch,
go.
just get your tubes tied. Damn.
Right.
That don't even work because you know it's still a 1% chance. I got my shit cut tight and burned after my twins,
No,
and guess
she need to
what?
get on the
It
devil
they
side, the
no
UV
no
thing.
they just need to give her a
She need
hysterectomy right
She
now.
like
Hysterectomy.
the
Take it out.
she
Take it
must
out.
like the
that's the thing. They
she like the
can't.
She like the anesthesia or something, nigga.
Listen, but the court just need to order her a motherfucking hysterectomy right now.
Hey, but you know what? They do be doing court orders on people. Like I remember that one dude. They said
they did that shit to my sister.
They said
she
he
had
so
5
many
kids in 5 years. They were like, nope, you getting your shit cut, tied, and burned.
Hey, they said the nigga had so many kids. He had like 1,000 kids. They said, man, you have any more kids, you're going to prison. They said that, like he can't get no more child support.
Damn, they need to do that to my baby daddy. That motherfucker got 12 now.
Yeah. This nigga had like over 1,000 kids.
Hey, do you know that if you have 12 or more kids, that they technically will wipe you off child support so nobody can put you on child support? I think that's why he did it. He got a whole football team.
Oh my
God! You get more than 4 of them motherfuckers. They start feeling sorry for you. They don't even take the like all 4 of them kids have to take from the same 40% of your check. So it don't like they don't get the more kids you got, the less money they got.
Maybe Nick
I don't
Cannon
know because I can't hang with the rest of these females.
I heard
my kids'
Nick
dad
Cannon was going around having all them babies because he needed bone marrow.
What?
I heard that too.
Maybe.
No, I'm dead serious.
For real, I heard that shit too.
I heard it too.
I'm
and
dead
he get it from his
serious.
kids. Yep.
And Mariah Carey
bullshit.
wasn't having it with her twins. So he went off and did all them kids because he need bone marrow. He's sick.
You know, Nick Cannon didn't know.
That's why I did what I did. I have
Hey,
twins,
Nick
and my
Cannon-
oldest is 18. They daddies is not on the birth certificate. I don't take their ass for child support. And see, I was smart when I did that shit because now Trump done passed that fucking law that if you get child support, your baby daddy can claim them on taxes. You got me fucked up because I raised these kids by myself.
Let's go, baby daddy. Let's go, baby daddy.
Hold on, though. I think if you're a present father and you're present on your child support, I don't see it being a problem that you should be able to claim them kids on taxes. But when I raise these kids by my fucking self and I'm in here and day in and day out, I'm busting my ass to fucking get they means. You not claiming shit. That's why y'all name ain't on the birth certificate. Fuck only my name.
But if he's
Another bitter baby mama
But if
moment.
he's sending child support,
I'm not bitter. That's
bitter
the
baby
thing.
mama
I'm not
is
bitter.
bad.
If you wanna be a father to your
If
kid,
you
I'll never
present,
take that
claim
from you.
'em.
But if
But
you're
if
not
he's sending-
present, if
but
you're
if
not
he's-
doing shit, you're not having no rights to my kids. That's
But if
that's
he's
why their
sending
name
child
ain't on the
support,
birth
father,
certificate.
If you a present father, bro, claim them.
But
But if you not there,
My thing
and you just wanna
is
claim
right is
them,
right. Right is
help
right.
nah.
Right is right. Everybody deserves their portion. No matter if they helping or not, you gotta understand
Helping or not.
they entitled to.
First of all,
they
my
entitled.
twins is 9. I've raised them from day one by myself. He's only seen them one
It's
time. I'll be
50-50. We
damned.
both gotta raise
I'll
these
be
motherfuckers.
damned
Was
if
it-
I'm
was-
sitting here
Did
in and
he-
out, stressing, take care of them while they crying, taking care of all their needs, they food, they
We
clothes,
both
they
gotta
shoes,
raise
all
them. We
that.
both
If we
raising
not
them.
both doing that shit, ain't no need for you to claim my kids. You only see
Exactly.
my kids one time.
Is he paying child support?
But it's always two sides to the story.
No, I
though.
don't have.
And it's
No,
always
I
two
don't
sides
take
to the
my
story.
kids'
It
fathers for
depends on
child
their
support, and their
story.
name
My
is not.
story, nah, you
Their
ain't
name is
allowed
not
it.
on the birth certificate either. I did that for a reason.
I know, but the law.
Isn't that different in your state though, Red? Like in your state, if you do that, they get rights or something.
Yes, that's
something
why I
weird?
haven't done it, because if I put either one of my kids' dads on child support, then they'll automatically have their name put on the birth certificate, and they could come and take my kids out of state. But then the fucked up thing is if they take my kids out of state and they don't return them, I have to get a lawyer, even though I'm guardian, to go down and get my kids. And you got me
'cause they
fucked
get
up because I will go down there and I
Yeah.
will blow
They
everything
don't
up.
do that in
this bitch.
Texas.
Hey, but you know what?
They don't do that in
But you know,
Texas.
but you know what? They because you know a birth certificate is a contract. Just like if you get another nigga to write his name, like my uncle found out 3 kids of his wasn't his, but he signed that birth certificate. They say you
That's
still
why
care.
only my name is on
So
my
they
kids' birth
his.
certificates.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't let the person I was with when I was with my oldest, and I had my twins by myself. I didn't let nobody sign that birth certificate. I didn't put the daddy's names. I know who the daddy was, but I didn't put their name on there at all. You got me fucked up.
Now his story.
Well-
now here,
well,
but
you
you
know
know,
the new
but
law-
you know
the
how
new
he
law
said it's two
is-
sides to a story. Your baby daddy could be like, she wouldn't let me put the baby in my name.
No, my
So that
my
might
baby baby daddy will
my
tell
name.
you. I call his ass on Father's Day. I let the kids talk. Like I don't keep the kids from talking to him. He don't communicate with them that often, but I will. You know what I'm saying? Reach out Father's Day, his birthday, little shit. You
But
know what I'm saying?
y'all know the new law. The new law is no parent don't own these kids anyway. The fucking world own the kids anyway. You know
That's
nowadays
what a birth
on
certificate
this
and a
code.
social is. They
No,
own you.
it's code. Yeah, it's code custody on there. So
And see, that's why Red went in
back in the
and
day, yeah,
filed
back
as a. I'm not a. I'm not a citizen. I'm a sovereign.
As
yeah, because
soon
back
as
in
you
the
see
day,
some
the
baby prints
females
on that
used to
birth
have
certificate, it's a
rights.
wrap.
Yeah, back in the day, the females used to have rights of the kids regardless, but now they got it set up where neither the mother or the father is. We both are custodials. You know, the
Well,
Yeah,
I
states
ain't gonna
own
lie.
the
baby.
kids.
I ain't gonna
Tell you
lie.
what
In
about
Georgia,
mine?
Bro.
I blow
That's
this
why
bitch
they
up
really,
about mine.
yeah,
Here,
Good
because
luck.
that's
well, I ain't
really
gonna
why
lie.
they
In
supposed to
Georgia,
Philly.
pay. That's
I ain't
why
gonna
they
Here in
lie.
supposed to
In
Philly,
pay
Georgia,
bro.
parents
In Philly.
$6,000 a month. Everybody who has a child really supposed to get $6,000 a month for the kids
Nah.
because
Here in
we are
Philly,
babysitting the state's
you don't
property.
got custody of your kids when you have them. You could have the birth certificate, you could have social, but they, the court,
Yeah,
the court system here, they got custody of your
y'all
kid
gotta.
until you go to family court and get custody over your kid off
Not
the
even that.
court.
Not even that. You can't even do that. All you can
You
do
just
is
No,
make them
here
file
a
in
for
Philly you
sovereign.
can.
ET.
I
You
done
make them
it.
sovereign, baby. You just
All you
take
can
the citizen part off of that shit.
Here
They
in
can't say
Philly,
shit.
at
you
the
gotta
end of
do
the day,
that.
they still in control. All you can do is go file
They
for
gonna think that.
ETIN. File for ETIN,
Yeah,
and
that's the next step.
you're
But the
gonna
first
get. That's
step,
how you
you
get the
gotta
money
go
that
to
the state
family
get.
court and get custody of your own kids off of them, and then continue to the process he's talking about.
Yep.
No, you can get
but you know, but
anybody
I'll
you
can.
move
want
to
to,
No,
but you
Texas
want
and
to.
tell him come get him.
anybody can
Tell
file
him
for
I
come
got a
get him.
question
ETIN.
though. I
They
got a
You
gonna
know,
In
question.
try.
Philly, yo, in
They
Philly,
can
this court
try. They
system
gonna have
fucked
to
up.
send a few people because motherfuckers finna be dropped at my
Next
door.
topic.
Hey, I
Next
got a
topic.
question for the ladies though. I
Next
got a
topic.
question
Hold
for
up.
the
We got to
ladies
stay
though.
on topic. We got
I
to
got
stay
a
on
question
topic.
for the ladies though.
Next topic. We got questions, man. We got questions, man.
Marriage. Next topic is marriage being paganism. How you say that? Paganism.
yeah,
Paganism.
you know, marriage is a
Huh?
paganism ritual.
Pagan,
A
Paganism.
Oh, paganism.
pagan.
ritual.
Yeah, y'all know you got a pagan on this
I don't
panel,
believe in
huh?
marriage no more. For real, for real. I used to. I used to believe in marriage. I don't believe in marriage no more. First of all, I believe that if you're gonna be with somebody, then that's between you and the Most High and that person.
Fuck marriage.
I don't think getting a marriage license is what's up because in reality, it's like a contract to me. And I'm sorry, like I did that once before. I'll never do that shit again. You want to put a ring on my
Nope.
finger and we want to have a little celebration, we could do that. But I don't want no fucking piece of paper. I'm
I
good.
ain't gonna lie. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie. Marriage is important. I feel like marriage is important when you have assets and you need to make sure your family's protected. Something happened to you,
See, you
like
don't even need that. All you need is a trust fund, baby.
I
That's
know,
it.
but guess
That's
what?
all.
But guess what? The problem is it might go the other way. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm. If
Because
you
I
get
ain't
that
gonna lie.
trust fund before you ever get married, and you put all of your shit, which you could make you and your kids pay ease on that motherfucker. You put your house in that, your cars in that, any
I know, but
businesses you can put in that trust.
they reverse niggas' wheels and they shit. Your family can do that.
But if
But
it's in a trust, they cannot.
They can't do
A
that.
trust can't even get taxed by the government. A trust
Exactly.
fund is locked the fuck in. You cannot. The
Yeah.
government can't take none of your shit. You can make your kids and you pay ease for that. Like they can't take none of that. So if you have that trust before you ever get
Marriage is
married,
just a fucking
they can't
setup,
take
bro.
shit.
no,
That's what the
it's a
US
Okay.
the USA is under a trust fund with China. You know that's what they fighting for right here.
yeah,
They can't even touch, and that's why
yeah.
they in war right now.
Wait,
Because you know they say marriage is a piece
What's
of
the
paper.
question again? Hold up.
Is
What's the
marriage
question again, Hog
paganism?
Life?
No, because it's in the Bible.
Hell no, it ain't paganism. Cause you talking to a pagan
But you
right
got to
now.
understand what he
Pagan
mean by that,
marriage ain't got
Fafo. So you know most people when you say
marriage ain't got.
What the fuck is
paganism,
I'm telling you,
paganism? Sound like
I
some
was raised
sexual
as a
shit.
pagan. I was raised by a gypsy. Let me tell you what a pagan is. Before the Concord, the Crusaders and the overseers and the Europeans came to push their religion on people, all pagan meant was somebody that believed in somebody higher than themselves, like a higher power that they believed in controlled the life and controlled the earth and
Universe, most
everything.
high.
It wasn't no Satan shit. Yeah. So as a pagan myself, raised by a gypsy from the Europe, pagan marriage ain't got shit to do with pagans. And if you want to be with somebody in a pagan lifestyle, they call it a ribbon tying ceremony. You put your hands together, they tie a ribbon around you, and you say that that's your person regardless. This is just an extreme example, but if that person likes purple peanut butter and feathers, and you know that, then you gotta embrace it. You can't knock them, you can't make fun of them, you can't tell them to change it. You can't change shit about
you
that
telling
person.
me
If that's
something
your
new,
person,
Fafo.
you get wrapped up. You get wrapped up in the ribbon, and you two are together forever. Now, if that person has an affinity for other women, or if that person has an affinity for drugs, sex, anything, then you get wrapped up with them. Then you can't knock them for that.
Well,
Now,
a lot
you
of
don't
people.
have
that sounds
to
like a
like
lot
it or
of
enjoy it. That means
unaccountability to
you
me.
don't
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Nah, it means there's no judgment. It's no judgment. So
Motherfucker,
marriage ain't got
Motherfucker
shit
do
to
a
do with
whole
pagans.
line in front of you off the kid's high chair. You can
All
supposed to rock
that.
with it.
And you supposed
All
to
that.
rock.
If that's your person,
Nah,
then that's what
And
nah,
you
that's
I'm holding
why
you
and that's why
accountable.
it's
Because
a pagan.
whatever the creator puts in your brain and your heart to do as a pagan, that's what you do. And if you like that person or love that person, then you accept that and you
And
don't
that's why
change it.
marriage
So
is
marriage ain't got
and that's
shit.
why
Because
marriage
So do
is a
all pagans?
marriage, they make you
I got a
marriage
lie.
question.
marriage is a
I got a question,
paganism.
Fafo.
But they make
Marriage
I got
is
a
in
question,
paganism
Fafo.
because
in America, they make you lie.
Hold
They,
on,
I ain't
Faf.
switching shit.
Hold
They
on,
say
Faf.
it's just
That
you.
shit
Now
sound
hold up.
I got a
Hold up.
question.
So as a marriage, they want you to lie to your partner and say you're the only woman I'll ever be with. I'll never be attracted
That's
to
what
no
I'm
one else.
saying.
That's
Marriage
Hey,
bullshit.
I'm not
is
Stop
saying you
lying to
can't
it's
be
each
a
other.
setup.
attracted, but if you fuck somebody else, that's your legs.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
telling you
weird.
that right now.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like loyalty's loyalty. It don't matter. Niggas be loyal to their friend, but you ain't
Right.
loyal to the main motherfucker on your team. That's weird.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you one thing for
anything
sure.
that
Two
come
things
with
for sure.
anything that come with a
If your
price,
woman
man,
cannot
is
trust you, I
paganism.
cannot trust you.
Yeah. Anything that come with a price is paganism. All
But
pagans,
see, that's a
all
different subject.
all pagans want you to bow down to them. So that's what I mean when I say marriage is
No, man, that's
paganism.
Christians. That's
I'm not
Christians.
bowing
That's why
down.
they
What y'all
invented hell
talking
to
about?
scare
Christians
you.
practice paganism.
They invented hell to scare you, to do what they
Exactly.
want you to do, and if you don't, you go into some imaginary place where you burn all day. Quit
We
lying.
in
It's just to
purgatory
scare
right
people.
now. What the fuck do you think Earth is?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Earth is hell.
This is hell.
Yeah.
They putting you on
This is
trial.
hell.
They
feel like
putting you
all
on trial. This is
relationships
like the waiting room for this shit.
Exactly.
I feel like all
So marriage
relationships.
ain't got shit to do with paganism. All the holidays do though. Every
Shit.
holiday is after
Everything
pagan
is
shit. I
Want me
tell
to
you
tell you
that.
why I
everything
do?
is
Want me to tell you why?
That's why I don't celebrate
Why
holidays
marriage
no more.
consists of paganism? Because the ring that they put around the finger is the symbol of the serpent. The second reason why that is practiced is paganism because they make you put it on the fourth finger. That's right here. When you make this, that's the vein that goes to your heart.
Yeah, why I gotta
That's
put it
why
on that finger? Why I can't wear that shit around my
because
neck?
that
That ain't nothing to do with pagans,
that
bro.
finger represents the vein that goes to your heart. That's why they had
It's
you
on
put
the
it on.
left
But
side.
that
Your
That's
ain't
why they
heart
pagan
is on
had
the
you
shit.
left
put that
side.
on your
You
finger.
see this? You see this?
But you
You see
gotta
this?
remember.
This is
You
the
gotta
only
remember
jewelry that
part of
pagans
what
give a fuck about. It's called the oath band. We don't do rings. We do an oath band. You make an oath to your ancestors and family with this. We don't do rings. We wrap with ribbons. That shit's all
A ring,
askew,
and a
man.
bracelet is the same thing, bro. No matter if it's
Yeah,
a
bro,
bracelet,
that's
a
right.
ring, or
It
a
might
ring on your
be,
bracelet, or a
but
ring
I
in
got
your
my
hoop
oath
ring in your ear.
bracelet.
It's still the option of it is
pagans don't honor finger rings. That's made up.
It sounds like y'all just copying stuff and changing it, calling it
that's
something
all
else.
they
See, that's
did.
what
No,
I'm
That's
they
all they
started
saying.
did.
it.
That's what
Black
I'm
people,
saying.
That,
Like
it
black
over
people
the
sound like
create.
years,
y'all did the ribbon ceremony.
society
Sounds
has
like a
changed
wedding, bro.
paganism to something of the devil and something of evilness. You know what I'm saying? So you really
Yeah,
gotta,
it ain't got shit to do with a fake
read into
entity.
different religions and
Yeah,
shit like that in order to
you
fully
definitely right,
understand.
Fafo. Yeah, you definitely right.
We ain't got no devils in paganism. You got different levels of earth, Midgard, lower guard. You can go
But there's
here, there, but
different
ain't got
types
no
of
devils.
paganisms too, though.
Yeah, it
Facts.
definitely is.
There
Facts.
is. They fucked it up. They
It
fucked it
definitely
up.
is.
Yeah. Everybody wanted to take paganism to go against Christianism, which is some made up shit just to get
Yeah,
money.
and that's what I was saying. Anything that revolves around making money is a business. It's not out of genuine love. Marriage should come from genuine love. You know, you shouldn't have to pay you know, expenses for to tell this person that I want to be, and that's why they said it's cheaper to keep it. You know, anytime motherfuckers say, "Oh, it's cheaper to keep it," then they let you know, I want you to stay with this bitch.
And see,
You know
that's
what
why
I'm
I
saying?
said I would never get legally married again. If you wanna buy me a ring or you wanna have like a little ceremony, we could do that. But I'm not signing no fucking piece of paper.
I'll get you a ribbon.
I'm not signing
Now
no
on
paper.
the next topic. Why do people try to
Right,
buy
I
love?
go right to the Dollar Tree and buy your ass
Because
a
of Cardi
spool
B.
of red.
Because
He
of
said,
Cardi
why
B.
do people
Broke niggas don't deserve no pussy.
Hold on. I got this. He
How
said,
y'all
why
blame
do
it on
people
Cardi
try to
B?
buy
Why do
love,
people
right?
try to buy love?
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people try to buy love because they already know that the person they're trying to be with, they don't deserve. So I feel like trying to buy their love is a way to keep them around.
I think because every woman has a price point, you need to quit complaining and figure out the one that you can fucking afford.
That too.
No,
Or
I
you
don't
just
feel like it's love.
find a good one that doesn't
Buying
give a
love.
fuck about material shit.
Love.
That too.
You're not buying love. You buying lust. You buying
Where they at?
fantasy. You buying
looking at
into
her.
that type.
One right here too. Cause I don't give a fuck about no money.
Damn.
Love
Maybe
is
you ain't gotta
priceless.
take
That
me
shit
to no expensive ass restaurant. We could
Me
go get a
neither.
blanket. We could have a picnic at the fucking park, and I'll make us some sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? Let's just have a conversation. Like
I can make the
I
club
don't
my
give a
house.
fuck about all that.
But see, that's the difference between me taking you on a picnic and me paying you for your time. See, that's the difference. It's like niggas is not looking for love; they looking for a good time. They ain't looking for a long. They looking for a good time and not a long time. And some people like
And
to
that's
say
why Red
that's
is
not love.
celibate and single.
That's not
You're
love.
right, Hot Life. The
A year
majority
over
of them
here.
Now
do
we
that.
gonna
Yeah,
have
but
us
there's still
find a
some
red of love
dinosaurs.
stuff.
There's some
Now we gonna
dinosaurs.
find red some love. You ain't finna keep practicing that.
No.
I've been single for a
Oh
year
shit.
and I haven't done shit in 10 months. So
I've been
Chat.
looking for a good one, but I ain't
I
found
didn't
one yet.
We ain't looking in the right place.
body.
Yo, Cardi B said it best. Broke niggas don't deserve no pussy, and that's all bitches be. I'm sorry.
No,
That's
she
all
didn't
young
say it.
kids listen to with the
She didn't say
music.
I
it
don't even
best.
listen to
She
Cardi
was
Music.
B. I'm
It's
a
the
Dusty
music,
lover.
man.
I like Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin, Isley Brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody listen to no damn Cardi. She can't keep it, man. Why would you listen to somebody that can't keep it, man? Talk about broke niggas.
But
People
you know,
love.
the youth listen to the music the most.
I ain't
They
gonna lie.
suck it
I
up the
ain't gonna
most.
lie. You know what? I can't even say the youth. The youth don't even be listening to that. It be grown ass fucking women listening to that shit.
And do,
I
she
don't even
ain't
see
Yeah,
the
lie.
nigga, 'cause
kids
you
listening
talking
to
about
them. The
She did not
kids
lie.
like some little motherfucker that we don't even know about, right?
Or they be
That be
watching that
grown.
YouTube shit.
Yeah, they be
my thing is
they
though,
be
you gotta
watching
be
some
weak
motherfuckers we don't
minded.
even
You
know
gotta be
about.
real weak minded to just
I'm
believe
saying.
a fucking celebrity or
Yeah,
blame everything
right.
I
on
mean, come on
celebrities.
now.
Why you
Let's talk
acting
about
like
Meg the
I
Stallion.
think
they do?
Let's
that's
talk
another
about Meg the
problem you got.
Stallion. This
Hey, hold
what
up! Don't talk about Meg. That's
how
H
about you
Town, baby.
just shut
That's
the fuck
Texas.
up
She
and let
she
me
she little
No,
talk?
I'm
shit.
just
Meg
saying
the
you gotta be weak
Stallion, look,
minded to
Meg
just
the
be
Stallion be
blaming
talking
shit on
about a whole bunch of
celebrities.
sexual ass shit, right?
Yep,
But she don't do that
she
shit. She
told.
not like that in real life. She done went to school. She's doing her shit. You know what I'm saying? She got one man. She
Right.
showing the fuck out. But that's the shit she talking about because she
Oh
knows
no.
people.
She was fucking money bags. She was fucking the
You know,
baby.
sex
Yeah, she
sells.
was actually doing some hoeing. Even her
Yeah,
label owner said she was doing
well,
some hoeing.
No, she wasn't.
well.
Man, she was
She
Yes,
fucking
she
probably
money
was.
bags.
was.
She
She
was
probably
fucking the
was.
baby.
She
The
probably
baby said
was.
I was fucking her and shit. Like she was fucking with Tory Lanez, was lying about it. She was doing a lot of
Y'all
fucking.
ain't finna talk about that
Don't get
Texas
in
beauty
your
like that
Nah,
feelings.
on
man.
Don't
screen,
get in
man.
your
Man,
feelings,
y'all,
Fafo.
Right.
You don't
let
do
me
that,
let me
remember?
let me tell you something, man. Y'all be falling
They
in
That's
love
some
with these
regular
that's some
hoes,
people
Texas
like
man.
beauty
us.
Y'all
They
right
be
just
there.
push them in the TV.
y'all be
They
falling in love with
regular
these hoes,
motherfuckers
man.
to me.
With the
All these
hoes,
niggas want it.
okay? That's
That's
why real women like me and other women can't fucking win because I'm not finna compete with that. Okay, first of all, my
talk about
frequency and my elevation is so much more than that. So I'm not even gonna try to compete with that. You can fuck off. You know what I'm saying?
talk about
Like
Sexy Red or somebody else. Don't talk about
Hold
Meg.
up, hold up.
I was
Don't
giving
bring
Meg
St. Louis
props.
in here. St. Louis, we ain't in there.
Hey, Sexy Red gotta
I
go.
respect
I'm
Sexy
sorry,
Red.
Sexy
Them
Red
motherfuckers
gotta
dope
go.
fiends.
First of all, she over
Don't
here
bring
fucking
St.
throwing
Louis
out
in there.
STDs. She throwing
Hey,
STDs and some more
it's all
shit.
entertainment.
You
I do
feel me,
not
huh,
fuck.
Teasy?
I
Don't
I
be
do
don't
not
talking
know.
about
fuck
my
That
with
steak,
Sexy
Sexy
man.
Red,
Red.
I don't know. It'd be nasty.
Leave H-Town and St. Louis out of it.
Man, listen.
Yeah,
I
talk
said
about
what
the
I
story.
said, and I stand on that
Hey,
shit.
but y'all know that's only entertainment. like you said, that's not,
Yep,
that,
Exactly.
that's
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 it.
not the
And I
artist
don't even watch
reality.
TV.
That's not that artist reality.
Exactly.
Actually,
That's
Sexy Red, that is her
I don't even know what the
reality.
question was.
Yeah. But let it be her reality.
She's
You ain't
authentic.
gonna draw me into
She's
your
an authentic
bullshit.
hoe, okay?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't
Okay.
finna talk about St. Louis tonight
I
either.
She
said
Chill
what
not.
I
out.
said. What
She
you gonna
not,
do about
child.
it,
Next
Fabo?
topic.
She not. They don't know. When you know, you know.
The next,
Okay.
the
Mm-hmm.
next
I
topic
talk about
is the
Illinois
Diddy
too. Shit,
trial.
what's up?
The verdict
Yeah, I'm in
is
St. Louis.
in.
Forget Illinois. Nah, I'm just playing.
I live in Illinois. We can talk about Illinois too. I don't give a fuck. What's
Wait, what
real
was the
is what's
topic?
real.
The next topic is the Diddy trial. The verdict is in.
It is?
But I didn't know that. See, I don't watch
It's
TV.
in finally.
Yeah, it's in. He only got convicted on 2 prosecution
What?
charges. The other was sentences for October something, and
His
he was
mama
denied
must have
bail.
sacrificed a lot of goats.
I'm trying to say because
Bro,
they had a
I'm
whole
telling
thing
you.
going.
I'm telling you, they play with
Nah,
the
it ain't that. It's just the feds.
man. Look,
This the feds first
Had that would
time
have been
fucking
any
up.
regular fucking person, they would have
no,
buried them underneath the jail.
Nah, he ain't no regular person when it comes to the
man,
feds.
them
The
motherfuckers
feds,
did a couple sacrifices.
No, what
nah,
I'm
the
saying
feds
is this.
fucked up.
What
The
I'm
feds
saying is
fucked up. The feds
if
never.
he wasn't a celebrity, they would have
Nah, it
buried
ain't
the
that.
fuck out of him.
Nah, it ain't had nothing to do with him being a
Look,
celebrity. The feds fucked up.
look.
The feds in
Mm-hmm.
a whole
Yep.
entire goddamn case never dropped the case. Never dropped the ball. They fucked up. They went in wrong doors.
They
Yeah.
only drop the ball when it's somebody with money. You gotta understand, money tells.
They
Money
was
is
too happy.
all
I'm
evil.
telling
Money
you.
don't
That part.
I'm gonna give y'all the reality.
money involved.
Whatever group he was in, which y'all want to believe in, Illuminati, blah, 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 they sick of him. He wasn't producing. So they gave him this.
Yeah.
He had enough stashed away to get out. But watch what happens the next year. He ain't gonna make it. He gonna be sick all of a sudden.
Oh
Just
yeah.
watch. Just watch.
They gonna kill him off.
I
I'm
will.
telling you that. I'm surprised they ain't got him already.
He,
Because
you
he
know, they
started
say they
talking.
worth more
He
dead than
started
alive.
talking. You already heard him when he was sitting up there calling his son about the pizza boxes and shit. And he was like, bro, like, I'll tell on everybody. That's what he said. I'm surprised they ain't off that man
Fucking
He ain't gonna
already.
make it to 2026.
He
Man,
not.
y'all talking all this code. It ain't what you know, it's what you can prove.
Get rid of the boxes.
You can't prove. They couldn't prove without a reasonable doubt.
Get the pizza
Cassie was
boxes
in
out
there
the
hitting the
house.
powder too, bro. She she was hitting the powder a long time, bro. Like they even said when she was modeling, she was hitting, been a
Yep.
drug addict. You know what I mean?
Who are you talking about?
Cassie.
Cassie, she always been a drug addict.
Who?
They say Cassie always been a
Cassie, the
drug
one
addict.
that
Who that
started
is.
this shit.
Yeah, she always been a
Hold
drug.
up. Y'all ain't finna talk shit on Cassie. You seen
Just
it?
being a drug addict don't mean
Cassie got her ass
into
beat up
every.
in the middle of a hotel hallway.
But
That
she
I
shit
know.
ain't right
also
for
said that
nobody.
the
He need to
only
go to
reason
jail.
why she did the shit she did was because she didn't want him to do it with nobody else. So, bitch, your mind sick too. I don't give a fuck.
She
She
said
may
that.
be sick, but nobody
She said,
deserves to get
He's
kicked like
madly
that.
in love.
And
and
like
she,
I said, it don't take 1,000 times. It don't take 4 times, goddamn me, to know when a motherfucker fucking you over. So for you to be there, goddamn me, you liked it. So
and
that's
she
another
say,
reason
hey,
why Diddy won, because
She ain't like them field goal
Man,
that
don't
kicks.
do that.
motherfucker,
hey,
a
And then she
motherfucker
said,
don't
you
like
know
where
But
they
why?
at,
how
they
do
You know
you
gonna
what she
know?
leave.
say?
How do you know
Because the
that she
bitch
wasn't
got
putting
paid
her
You wasn't
hands
$20
on
on
million.
him?
nothing.
She cool.
the other bodyguard said that.
She may have, but they ain't got it
I know
on video.
the other
She cool
But
with the
that's
bodyguard.
what I'm
You ain't the
saying.
government.
only
So
one.
you never know exactly what happened. So you
Yeah,
never know what the fuck she was doing to him. Now, does it give him a right to do what he did? Fuck no. I absolutely disagree with
Fuck
that shit.
no.
But
Fuck
at the
no.
same time, you put
Fuck
yourself
no.
in that situation because, baby, I promise you, a man put his hands on me, that'd be the last time you put your hands on me. I done dealt
guess
with
what?
that shit. I'm not going.
And guess what?
But that money be having them bitches dumb as shit.
Exactly. Money is
bodyguard,
the root
hey,
of
the
evil. That's what
Yeah,
we
bodyguard,
be
speaking on.
having them laws.
hey, the
And for
other
him, he was
bodyguard
getting off
said,
on power and
the other
control.
bodyguard said he been told Cassie to leave
Hold on,
Diddy,
hold on,
and she said
She
there'd
could
be
have got to the
times where
point
shit
where
hit that nigga
hold
too.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. She could have got to the point where she felt as though, you know what I'm saying, she didn't want to do it no more. You know what I'm saying? Because when he did started messing with her, she was way younger. And that's the point. That's where grooming and stuff came in. That's why I said the coercion could have been a thing. Because there was other people, but I seen where they was looking at it and what view they was looking at it from. Because in some views, it could have been that, you know, if it was so much coercion, you had time to leave. But you gotta understand, when people are in a physically abusive situation, sometimes fear set in. So it's not
And
necessarily.
mentally,
And
yeah.
I've been there,
It's a
so I
lot of
can
mental stuff.
understand that. I was in a
And
relationship for 6
and
years where a
at the
motherfucker beat my
end of the
ass.
day, though, at the end of the day, when it comes down to me versus you, you still gotta have the power to leave. If you don't leave, that means something there you enjoy. That's why
And
this
guess
man
what?
That
won. People enjoy
money.
something.
And
So
I'm
something
And
brought
And
them
it
and
might
I'm
money.
not
not
together.
gonna
even
lie.
That
be, it might,
Ain't
money.
no black
It
guy.
ain't
Ain't
always
no
the
black
And
point.
guy
I'm
gonna
Because
not
put
there
gonna
up
be
lie.
with
people that's been in
but it
houses
might not be what they enjoy.
chained up for years.
And I'm not
So
gonna
look, I'm
lie.
gonna tell you, for in
That's
my
people that's been out
situation, when I was in when
I
I
don't
was in
think
a
they
6 year
enjoy it.
relationship and the motherfuckers beat my ass, it wasn't that I liked anything. It was more of a fear that if I left, he would kill me.
It get worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just finally
Okay.
got to that point to
Mine
where
used
I
to
was
threaten
like,
me on killing my
bruh,
whole
if you gonna
family.
do what you gonna do, you gonna do it. I don't give a fuck. But we gonna fight this motherfucker out because I'm not staying. I'm done.
Hey, but you wanna know, what messed her up in court too though? She They made her admit on the stand she been cheating on her husband for 2 years with that nigga. So she was
And that
still
was
going back to him after
Is
they
she from
broke up.
Texas?
Yeah.
and
Yep.
that wasn't
She
reason.
had to
That
get
Is
on
wasn't
the
that
stand and say
hey? Is
I was
Cassie
cheating
from
on my
Texas?
husband for 2 years with this
Oh,
motherfucker.
Stockholm. It's called
I feel like
What's that
that
got to
white
do
boy
with
knew
anything?
though.
No,
and
but
that wasn't
so
a
you
reason why
can't
I
he was
feel
say,
gonna
like the
stand
They
white
any
boy
of
probably
that.
just
fucked
went with
that girl
it.
together. Stop playing. Everybody
hey,
was fucking
Exactly.
everybody in there.
And I think that the white
cause
boy
that's what
finally
happened.
got in
They
her
said
head and
she
told
been
her
married to
truly.
him, and 2 years into their marriage, cause they even pulled up the marriage where she was living her life doing her thing. She would text Diddy, "I'm lost without you," and he said, "Hey, you married? Try to have a happy life." She wanted his finances and shit. Like he no longer. It's like that's where they were trying to say the coercion. That's why they were trying to
But
make
I
it
still
seem,
feel as though the husband knew the whole time,
He
cause
could have
it's
still
not,
even
cause
groomed her.
before they were married.
Yeah, and he wasn't on trial for her
If
anyway,
she
so
ain't
that
from
shit was
Texas, go
just shit
ahead.
to beat her to goddamn me to blow time away. He wasn't even on trial for her
Wait,
motherfucking ass.
he ain't get on trial for
Yeah,
beating her
he
ass.
hell nah. That wasn't
no,
what it
cause
was. He was for
I'm gonna tell you the
yeah.
problem.
He was
That video's from 2010. It was too old to prosecute. It was past the
Yep.
limitation. She
Yep.
stayed with the nigga 5 years after that video was out, and she even said, "I did not." She
Oh,
said, "I
okay.
didn't leave because of them freak offs." She said, "I left because the nigga had a baby on me."
she was only on the
Yeah.
trial. She was only
That's
on the
why
trial
she.
just to
So
try to
that's
help
what
him.
made
Her
her
case
leave.
wasn't even yeah. Her case wasn't
That
even for
Yeah, because they made
him
her
getting
fucking
sentenced.
say on stand that
Yeah.
she was
They
doing
just
that
wanted to
shit with
make him
him
look
because
bad.
she didn't want him to do it with nobody
with
else.
no
So she
other
was
girl,
doing
and
that
then when
shit.
Yeah.
she found out, there was other girls, that's when she got up and left,
And that's how
and
the
she
case
was
blew up
able to
in
leave.
What did you think them parties was for? Like,
that's how
Thought
the
it was
case blew up in their
she
face
thought
too
she
though,
was the
because
best.
you
She
think they
thought
didn't
she was
have Beyonce up there getting fucked by other motherfuckers in front of
she
Jay
thought
Z?
she was
all
the
of them
belle of the
getting
ball.
fucked
That's
out
what it
other
was.
people. Yeah.
She thought she was the belle of the ball, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
And then that's why 50 Cent
But
so
see,
mad,
that was
because
her problem. That was her
yeah,
fucking problem
That's
because
just
in
like
she thought
reality,
she was
a
she
special.
should have
sidekick
never
going
thought that
crazy.
shit. You're not special. You in a whole fucking situation like this and everybody fucking everybody. At what point did you think you was special? Because
Hey,
you just
and I
was
ain't gonna
young.
lie, and guess why she wasn't getting the help that she wanted either? They said a lot of times she would go cry on them bodyguard shoulders and stuff, and when they'll tell her stuff, she'll run right back to P. Diddy and tell her.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's
The
like
one
a
bodyguard said,
sidekick.
That's because he got that
I
cheese.
told her to leave and all that, and then he said when they fucked up, she'll listen to us, and then when they get back good, and then this nigga call me in the office. So you told my motherfucking girl to leave me, and everybody know a motherfucker that you give motherfucker advice and they go run right to the nigga and tell
You
him.
see, that's why I don't be getting in nobody's
Yeah,
motherfucking
and
business,
that's why
bro.
they didn't get.
No.
That's why that shit went on for so long. Nobody felt like they wanted to help her because she would run right back to him.
Are you
It,
sure? But are you sure it was because P Diddy had the best cheesecake in the city?
Yeah,
I mean,
she said. She
It
said if
definitely
she was
only
wasn't
getting.
the
Fafo.
goddamn
Only Fafo, I swear to God.
Hey, and then
I love
and they
cheesecake
said
too.
she was getting a little jealous of Meek Mill too, man. He was spending all his time with her.
Yeah.
That's
Where
because
the
Diddy
fuck
was
does
tearing his
cheesecake
ass
come
down.
from?
Everybody heard that video. Stop
Yeah, that's
playing,
right.
bro.
That video
Man,
is bad.
Damn.
I don't like
I
that
threw up
video.
when I heard that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
I said, Philly going. I said, Philly taking one right now. He was like,
Right
like,
off the court.
hey, that nigga said, I greased all y'all niggas.
Hey,
Oh
ain't
my
that why
More
god.
your G
oil.
spot is in your
More
ass?
oil.
The video of the nigga from the
Hold up,
500
Miss
meet
Red.
with Diddy face on it,
You're
talking
not
about I greased
funny
all y'all
enough,
niggas.
motherfucker. More oil.
Next topic. Next topic. If men argue, why when men argue with women, we are considered sassy? I would like to hear women's take
It
on it. Do they
depends
like
on
doing
how
that
you
or not?
arguing. It really
Yeah.
do. If we just having a casual argument and just a disagreement, that's one thing. But if your ass is popping your neck and you fucking snapping about some feeling ass shit, you sassy.
I ain't
You
gonna lie,
sassy.
bro. None of that's
Now,
true. It just a nigga standing on business with you. No
You're
girl
nah,
likes
it
vagina.
a
depends
girl.
how.
A girl
Listen,
don't like a nigga making them accountable for anything.
you notice how he said girl, right? Because
Yeah,
a woman don't take that accountability. Okay, I
yeah.
was wrong.
But
All right,
a
cool. But
lot of people don't
But
take that accountability. They don't even like saying sorry. Your girl could be wrong as hell. Won't even want to say sorry. She'll do other shit, try to give you pussy, try to do all this other shit, but won't say sorry. She
that's
don't
why
want your
you
shit
gotta
to come
stop
up.
nah.
fucking with goofy
She'll
ass
say,
girls.
Oh, you brought up a topic.
yeah,
Yeah.
hold up, man.
Hold on.
So
But
You can
when a
get
what
dude
would
starts
you
you can get
guys
arguing,
not cheating. She be like,
what would
well,
you
right now
guys
you
call a
deleted.
sassy
hey,
man? Like
No, they say that it's a salty man
let,
because the nigga standing
Hold
on
on,
business.
hold on. I can't hear what,
no.
No,
I
no, no,
want
no, no,
what you
no,
like
saying.
in
no,
hey,
no,
y'all
you gotta
no.
mute.
You
perspective.
gotta,
You gotta mute him. Mute everybody that ain't answering. Give
you
somebody
gotta
to answer and then mute the
understand that
rest, cause this shit
when
hot.
we say sassy, the reason why we say sassy is because you have gay tendencies. So if you just having an
Ew.
argument, like let's say me and my man we arguing or whatever, you know what I'm saying, we having a disagreement. I'm not gonna say you sassy, but if you doing some gay tendency ass shit and you doing some shit that females would do, you sassy. You sassy.
Okay.
Okay.
What you said, Chachi?
I said, what would like in a man's perspective? What would y'all call a sassy man? Like, what would be y'all limit? Like, what would you say? Oh, that nigga sassy.
Gay
I
nigga.
can tell you right now.
A
No
nigga,
So
disrespect.
hey,
That's
I don't
only
know
respect.
about
thing that make
this.
you a
Don't
gay
call
nigga is
me
if you
that.
fuck niggas. That's the only thing that make you a
No,
gay
that's
nigga.
Wrong,
not what she said.
wrong,
No,
Hold
that's
wrong.
on.
This
not
is
what she
Let
this
me
is
said.
not
answer this.
adding
Hold
up to the
up.
question though. It's a
Can I
specific
answer this?
question.
Wait, what? The question
Yo,
again
listen.
was
Yo, listen. When women consider men sassy if they arguing back,
Right. Okay.
maybe
So
if
the
they go
same
a little
she
too
question
asked
boiled.
from a
extra.
The
man's
same
Hold up,
question
Shorty.
perspective.
Let me
Hold
boils.
answer
on,
this,
hold on.
Shorty. Hold
She
up. Give me
asked
the
from a
mic.
man's
Give me the
perspective.
mic,
Look at
Shorty.
you.
Hold up.
Y'all
Hold on,
already
hold
on.
on, hold
I'm
on.
saying,
Hold on. Everybody talking over about it. What she said was, from a man's perspective, what makes you sassy?
No, she's saying
Correct?
No.
what would you call a man? What would a man doing some? What would y'all classify as sassy in a man? That's what she asking y'all.
okay, let me
There you
answer
go.
then.
That's
Thank
Y'all
you.
let
Thank
me
you
okay.
so
answer.
That's
much.
sassy.
So when usually when a dude brings something up to a woman that they don't like, the first thing a woman's gonna do is say what you did prior. They gonna bring up some shit like you be like, I don't like it when you cuss at me, whatever. They be like, well, you cussed at me last week on February 19th at 4:45 a.m. and they got screenshots and they got all this pressure. So if a woman like is arguing with a dude and he's like, well, you did it too, and this such and such said this. If a dude starts bringing up old shit instead of taking accountability, maybe that's considered a sassy.
Okay.
But
Huh?
if a dude just
Huh?
says
Can you
like,
repeat
oh,
that, Fafo, for
you
the
Yeah.
ones
know,
in the
cause he,
back? Because I want to record you saying that.
yeah, when a motherfucker doesn't take accountability and instead throws some shit up in your face that you did way long ago
Mm,
and then tries to fucking veer the subject off
mm,
with extra drama and yelling, that's sassy shit.
Okay.
mm.
But if a dude just arguing like, I don't like this, don't do that, I don't fuck with it, and leaves it at that and
That's
not
what I
argue back and
that's what
forth,
I
I
call a
guess that's
sassy
considered
nigga.
I ain't gonna
sassy.
lie,
Exactly what he's
She
saying.
said
that's
that.
not sassy. That just niggas, both of you motherfuckers not taking accountability.
And
That's
that
what
be
Right.
true.
that
Niggas
It's
don't
fuck
do
it
both.
is.
that. I
Y'all
don't
too
do I
It's
don't
unaccountable
do
it's
screen.
both.
motherfuckers.
Right.
Man,
It's both.
Petty, unaccountable.
no man should ever bring up the past or have
Because
screenshots
Nigga,
or
you
it,
bring
got
up some
it's
other shit that they
you got
might
sassy.
have did to
Y'all
combat.
bring
hey,
most of
But
us
That's
both
every
gotta
shit.
take
Why we can't?
accountability.
I
Both
ain't gonna
have
lie, it
to.
sound like a
But
lot of
we're
sipping
talking
going
about what
on
Thank
up
makes
you,
a
here.
man
Chachi. Thank
sassy.
you, Chachi. Thank you,
She bring them.
baby.
A woman gonna bring up
Yeah,
your
she
past every
definitely gonna
chance she
bring up your
get.
motherfucking
Ain't no
past. So
chick
you better.
gonna get mad when
That's
you
what
bring
I
up
said.
your
They
past.
only call
She
them
gonna bring it
sassy
up.
when they standing on their fucking neck and they can't out argue it. They not
So
letting
Now
down.
hold
tone,
on, hold on,
tone,
now hold on,
tone,
now hold
tone,
on,
no,
sweet.
tone,
Hold
no,
on,
no,
sweet.
tone,
Hold on.
tone.
Let me
no.
say
You
something.
answer the question. Then what would you
Hold
call a
on, Mr.
sassy
Sweet.
nigga?
Any nigga that's doing gay shit.
Somebody that does what a girl
Any nigga that
does.
does some gay
If you
shit.
do what she does, you sassy.
Yeah, any nigga that does some gay shit, what makes you sassy is you're zesty, you're gay. If he's not doing nothing good,
You shouldn't be
if
doing
y'all
You
in
gay.
gotta
here
ask
having an
me the
argument, y'all in here
question.
having an argument. That's that shit that they try to do where boys ain't supposed to have feelings about shit. And then they
Now
ask you why you
hold
don't
on,
open up to they
hold
motherfucker
on,
that.
I'm not.
hold
That's
on.
exactly
That's
why.
what I
But
hate.
how do you do
That's
gay
what I
shit?
hate.
How do you do gay shit in an
Hold on,
argument?
let
You
You
me
just
can't
whip
you
out your
can't
ass
do
real
that.
quick?
That's what I'm saying.
Right. What the fuck? This is no. This is why I'm asking the
No, look, that
question.
whole statement is this is what happened. They were mad. Kevin Samuels was holding them women accountable. What's the first thing they said? He's a fucking fag. That's the first thing they do. They attack your manhood when they can't argue with you. That's what they do.
But that's
That's
not
what that
sassy shit.
term, the sassiness, come from. Because they attack your manhood when there's nothing else to say. Just like if you're on a chick top and she can't argue with you, she'll try to say, "Oh, your dick must be little or something." You throw
hold
out
on, hold
insult.
on.
You
No.
throw
Let's
Oh my
out
god.
specify.
insults when you have nothing
That's
else
not
to
the
say.
same
Let's
It's
subject.
Yeah.
not the same
specify though.
subject, bro.
That's not the same
Let's
subject though.
specify though.
It's
So
not the
here's
That's
same
my
not the
thing.
subject.
Because
subject.
I see
Here,
women do
The
that when
guy
a
up
nigga go
there
on their neck
answered
with
it very
facts.
well.
Yeah.
Up in the right
I feel
Well,
side.
like
then the
some
nigga, he
chicks
ain't
have
being
called him
sassy.
sassy before. That's why he upset right now.
No, I'm
Has
not.
that happened to
No,
you?
but
If
I've
they
seen
saying
it.
you
Look, I've
sassy, it's
seen it.
because you showing bitch
I've seen it.
tendencies.
I've seen it. And guess what?
Yeah, but
Let me
our
and let me
question
and let me say it. So
is,
if a nigga hit you in your mouth, you'll say,
what
"Oh, what's
would
the name?"
you
But if you
call a
come at a
Oh,
nigga
nigga
he
mouth,
finna get hit
sassy?
back. The fuck?
that's what
I
I'm
ain't no punk ass bitch. I'm
But
finna
that's
get
not
hit
so
back.
that's what I'm
sassy.
saying. So if you're arguing with a man, you're already stepping into a fucking man's lane. So if he comes at you with aggression, he's coming at you
No,
with aggression.
That's still
Because
not the
that's how you're
Listen,
question.
coming.
that's
listen,
So that's what
aggression.
I'm
listen.
saying.
That's not
All
sassy.
I'm
So
saying is, as a man, you don't have to come at me with aggression. We can have a conversation. We don't have
that's
to
what I'm
yell.
saying.
We don't
But a
have to do
lot of
none of that.
women you can't have
But,
a conversation
but,
with.
no. You got to specify. That's little girls. That's not a woman.
Yeah, for real.
That's
It's
little
sassy if
girls.
you say, "Well, call such and such and ask them." It's sassy if you
It's a lot
like.
of what's like you
Look,
act like it's
I'm
a
gonna
lot.
tell you
Hey,
what's sassy. I'm gonna give you an example of what I think is sassy. So I dated this dude for a while,
You
and
said it the right the first time. Nigga
every
flapping
time
his
me and
arms
him would
and
have a
doing all that.
conversation, this man would literally be like, "Call my
Hmm.
ex-wife. You could call my ex-girlfriend and ask her."
That's
I'm not
yeah, that's
sassy.
asking that
sassy
Yep.
bitch
fun.
shit. The
That shit,
fuck?
that
Why
shit
would
is
I ask
sassy, bro.
him? Bitch, I'm asking you.
If you mimic what a girl does during an argument, if you do the same shit, that's
There
sassy.
you
You
If
go.
you
gonna
stick
Yes.
to your shit, you
Yes.
ain't
like
sassy.
That's
you
what I
know,
call
you know,
sassy.
you know what they come from though. They come from these women thinking they don't need these niggas don't need their father in their motherfucking house, nigga. These niggas got their mama personality. That's the fuck what's going on. They raising these
That's
sassy ass
sassy.
That's
niggas.
sassy as
That's
fuck.
sassy.
That's sassy as fuck.
Hmm.
Okay.
That,
Yep.
that's where it
When
comes
you
from.
win in the
Cause your dad
argument,
don't tell you
you
how
just
to,
winning. But
and I ain't gonna
if
lie,
you
Bringing up
and
the
I ain't gonna
past
lie,
ain't
it's
sassiness.
and
That's just defense.
where that thing that men don't argue with women
I think it
come
is.
from these women seeing they dad get punked in their motherfucking house and they mama and they can't tell they dad can't tell their mama nothing in their
Man,
motherfucker, so they think
look.
every nigga supposed to do that.
I'm gonna leave this subject on this right here. I think that if a man and woman is in a relationship and they're having a conversation, number one, that conversation needs to be had away from everybody. It should not be had
Right.
in front of anybody else. Number two, I feel like it should be a communicative thing. You should not be yelling at each other, and if it gets to that point, y'all need to take a few minutes to walk the fuck away from each other. Let that person walk away. I could say that I've had moments where,
Yelling's okay, just don't be
you know what I'm
disrespectful.
Hey,
saying,
I mean, but some arguments gonna get disrespectful. That's fucking life. You know, some shit
and
gonna
I
go
can
there. Motherfuckers,
understand that. But I think
motherfuckers
at
gonna
the
Not an
do
same
argument.
time,
disrespectful
That's
shit. It's
not an
gonna
you
get
gotta
there.
argument.
walk the
When
fuck
it get
way.
disrespectful, that's a fight. It's
I ain't
not a fight.
disrespecting
Yeah.
my queen. Yeah, we
You
can
I ain't
argue,
gonna
argue, but
lie,
I
you
ain't
man.
I'm
disrespecting.
sorry.
disrespect,
But
got
you,
fight.
but
Sorry,
you know
what?
what I mean?
What? You making it real hard to be quiet right now, Fafo.
I'm saying I can argue and yell, but I'm not about to disrespect my queen, my love, the person I'm supposed
Okay,
to
You
but
say
if
ain't
I
you
love.
don't
I ain't
lying.
disrespecting that.
hey, if you like it just depends on what's the subject.
I'm be
Like
quiet. I'm be quiet.
it just depends on the
What the
subject though.
fuck?
I'm
Because
be quiet.
because
Yeah.
man is
Like
gonna
a
talk with this.
Deontay.
A man is gonna talk with authority anyway, so that's gonna be a
Now
first
hold
strike
on.
for
Can
a
we
woman anyway.
specify what authority is and when they because this is my thing. When you
The
having a conversation
tone.
with a woman, hold on, Fatfo, it's my turn. So
Oh
when a
shit.
woman is sitting there trying to explain to a man what she's
See,
upset
that's
with, right? And then the man come through trying to say what he's upset with, and then he look at you and say, I'm not finna change. Is that authority or is that
That's a
being
little sassy.
stupid? Because
That's
that's
how the
not a
fuck
very
how the
that's
fuck do
non
you expect
accountability.
me to change if you in my face telling me you ain't finna change?
yeah, that's a motherfucker you need to
Yeah,
leave.
that's
Yeah,
on
a motherfucker
accountability.
tell
That's
you
a,
that you
that's
need to leave.
that's that
That's just
shit
like
y'all
a
gotta look
motherfucker.
for. That's some red flag.
Right.
But
That's just
you're
like
supposed
a
to know
motherfucker
people when
giving you a black eye and you saying that he love you.
yeah.
Your ass got a problem.
Yeah, man. Y'all gotta, you
Hey,
know what
can
I
we
mean? And
speak on that? Can we speak on that? Because that comes from us being kids. And what it is when we were growing up as girls and boys were hitting on us, our families told us that's because he liked you. Can we normalize not saying that shit?
No. I
Because
said a
that's where
black
the
eye.
fuck that
A
shit
black
come
eye and
from.
a black eye and
No,
a love tap is two
what
different
I'm
kind of
saying
hit.
is, that's why women think that's love because we were raised being told if he fucking plays with you or it hits you in a certain way that mean he like you.
Nah,
yeah.
That's where
that
that
mean that
stems from.
nah, that mean
Oh,
that
well, the
daughter
boy,
that
I
understand.
Turner must love the shit out of Tina then.
Right, the daughter that understand and the daddy or the mama didn't got to make sure they
Yeah, bro,
understood
that's what
that
I'm
the
saying.
black
They
eye
cause
ain't no damn
they
love.
used to see
Because
it
my
all that
daddy told me
fighting.
that's not fucking love. My mama told me that shit,
Right,
but my daddy said that's not love, baby. If
that's
he
not
put his
no
hands
damn
on you,
You
knock
love.
his
you
ass
See,
the
said
fuck
and
out.
you
love.
get and you see how your daddy told you that, and that was an important lesson that you learned because I ain't gonna lie, other women give other women bad advice too.
And they do.
They
They
do.
do, and
They definitely do.
they'll tell you all the shit you gotta
Especially
do.
when your best
Just
friend
don't
is
be sassy.
single.
Yeah.
Especially when your friend is single and
When
she trying to give you relationship advice, bitch. I don't need your advice. You're
you
fucking
Yeah,
don't
Hey,
fuck
need
single.
hey,
that.
that.
You know what
I
I'm
always
saying?
said that to motherfuckers. I don't take advice from single motherfuckers. I always
You
said that
can't.
to
That's why every time when
I
we
will go get advice from a fucking marriage that's been 60 years plus.
yeah.
Like, how can
That's
I fix this?
and
that's
I ain't
why
gonna
every
lie. And
time
I
we on the
found out that
podcast,
shit. And I found out them old couples, they marriage wasn't perfect either. They went through some shit.
yeah,
And
that's why
did.
when we
And
on
they
these
stuck that shit
podcasts,
down.
Yeah.
and we ask
And
certain
without
questions, I ask,
papers.
do you have, are you single? You know, because if you single, you can't really give us the full answer. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But motherfuckers that's in a relationship, you know,
Now,
you'll get the
me,
best advice with them
I
because
will
they not
try to
gonna
give a
say
motherfucker
shit that's gonna
advice.
fuck up their relationship. You know what I'm
I would
saying? But
try
a
to give a
motherfucker that's
motherfucker
single, they gonna
advice.
say anything.
Yeah. That's like
Even though
asking
I'm
a homeless
single,
person how to be
even though
rich.
I'm single, I will try to give a motherfucker advice because I want a real relationship. I want to have that real relationship. But if you can't give me that same shit I'm reciprocating to you, then I could love you to death. I could love you to death and I could want to be with you all my life. But I will walk the fuck away.
Yeah.
And it'll
And
be
that,
it'll
and that,
be hard to sit here and look at you.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's hard to sit here and look at you, but I
you,
love the fuck
right.
like
Well,
I,
quit being
I
sassy.
I'm a be sassy. Maybe you should stop being sassy. You don't want me to be.
Ah, damn.
I'm be
The
quiet.
next
I'm be
topic,
quiet. I'm be quiet.
the next topic is the price and
Talking
sacrifice.
get me in trouble.
The next topic, the next topic is the price and sacrifice of the grind. How far are you willing to go to find success? The price and the sacrifice of the grind. How far are you willing to go to find success? Because it seems like a lot of people lose their
I ain't
morals in
gonna
the
lie, what it
industry.
is too. A lot of women have had to. I don't know why I clicked off.
We're on another subject. We're on another
Yo, nigga, I
subject.
switched to.
Look, I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. Number one, as a woman and as an artist, of what a lot of people come to me and say is, "Oh, you need to sexualize yourself more and do this." No, I picked my crowd a long time ago. When it comes to me being successful, if I have to step on my morals and who I am as a woman, it's not a success for me. It's a downgrade for
Mhm.
me. It's only a success for me if I'm doing something and I'm making it off something that I'm doing out of my own morals and out of my own love and from my own heart. I can't sit here and sexualize myself. I make a lot of money doing that shit, but I can't mentally or morally do that because that's not who I am.
Yep.
So if I have to sacrifice something that I shouldn't have to sacrifice, like my morals or my values in life, it's not technically it's not a success to me. It's a
She not
downfall.
lying. She not lying.
I like that.
I like how she speak because I don't girls be thinking they getting over on these niggas because he paid for some pussy. I said he got what he wanted. You lost out on that. He put a price tag on you. So yeah,
Yeah.
That's why I tell people I do my own nails, I do my own fucking hair, I work on my own car, I ride motorcycles, I get my own bread. I don't need you to do shit for me except for reciprocate the love that
you
I'm
know how
giving
many
you.
So
you
That's
know
look,
it.
back in the day, you know how many girls used to do something strange for some studio time? That shit be crazy.
when it
That's
comes
why I
to
got the laptop and
grinding,
got my own
Used to,
studio
grinding,
shit. I recorded
boy,
my own
back in my
shit.
20s,
yo,
boy, all that freaky shit motherfuckers was doing for studio time. And I'm like, damn, my shit was only 40 an hour. Like, they didn't even ask me the price.
look, man, they talk about the grind, right? Let's say a dude is straight nose to the concrete grind. Like, I just need to work, work, work. The personal time gonna get to the side. This gonna get to the side. You gotta have the right one with you, or they could take it personal and be like, "You ain't being with me." Nah, it ain't about you. I need to grind hard. Like it
Now
just
hold on
depends on
though,
the person
Fatso.
you talking to. You ain't never gonna if you want to kill a dream, tell somebody that don't believe in your dream.
Facts.
So the
But
grind
if you
shit is
got a real
perspective.
woman by your side, she'll understand that you on your grind. But communication is key.
Yeah, but
If you don't have
them
that
they dead. They
communication,
dead.
Now,
They been gone
if
now
since
you
I'm
don't,
not gonna lie.
2009
I'm
and
not gonna
Nelly.
lie. You gotta understand too when something's a dream
You
too.
got
Cause if she been holding it down for 30, 40 years and this shit ain't what's her name? It's time to wake up, my nigga, too. Like, you know what I mean? If you been doing this shit forever and she been riding with this shit and it's not going nowhere, you
well.
know when shit not
That's
going. So
delusion.
that's being delusional at this
Yeah,
point.
that's delusion and no
but
talent. If
I
you
say
actually
this
got
No, but
talent,
because
everybody thinks they
this,
have
I
talent
got a
to a certain
question.
extent.
I got a question for the man. I got a
but if
question
you
for the
got
man
it
right
or
I
here.
know,
not,
but that's what
you
I'm
can think you
saying.
got
Hold
Talent is
talent.
different
on. I
to
got a
everybody.
question for the man.
You might think you're talented, then you get in
What?
the room with these real motherfuckers and they like, this shit ass. It might be
Now
talent
hold
in
on,
your
Then
because
you
I got
should
a
know you
question for
should
the man.
ask and leave it at that.
I got a question for the man. If you going through some shit and you having a hard time, but you have a woman that want to be there for you and help you get through that hard time, okay? But you to the point to where you pushing her to the side, you ain't really trying to make no time to communicate with her, whatever. How would you feel if she just walked away? Because at the same time, you going through your shit, she's showing you that she want to be there with you through that shit. She want to help be your rock through that shit and be your peace through that shit.
um
I
So
don't know. Maybe you want to do it
how do
on
I ain't
his
gonna
you
lie,
own.
guys
man.
look
Men
at that?
gotta do certain shit on their own, man. Like, you know what I mean. So if she leave, man, that was gonna happen regardless. You know what I mean? Cause the one thing a nigga don't want,
Maybe they feel
hey,
sassy if they reach out for help.
yeah. And the
Who
one thing a
knows?
nigga don't want to hear, nigga, you wouldn't have this shit if I ain't do that for you.
Oh, see, that's why Red
All
don't.
that,
That's
all
why Red
that.
ain't finna. That's why I don't even. That's why I just been single and celibate because I'm the type of person that I would sleep in a fucking car with you.
Yep, me
For real.
too.
I would
I've
sleep
done
in the
it.
car with you.
I've
I
done
would
it.
sleep outside on a fucking park bench with you. We could walk around all night outside. I don't give a fuck. As long as our love is there and it's just us against this motherfucking world, whatever we gotta do to build what we working on, I'ma
Yeah,
do that.
that's selfish. What about how the man feel? How he's supposed to provide, or he don't like being in that position, and you rocking
Do
with him
you
knowing
think
he
that,
don't feel
but do
right.
you
He ain't
think as
doing what
a
he's supposed to
female that
do.
she want to be in that? No, she doesn't. But the fact that
Exactly.
she's
We there
showing you,
to.
the
We're
fact
gonna
that
get
she's
through this
showing you that
together.
I love you this much, that I will fucking do this and we can ride this fucking wave out together should mean something.
For
Whether
real.
you want her to do that or
Yeah,
not, that's
that's why.
fine. I understand how you feel. But if she's showing you like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Like, as long as you honest with me and as long as you being open with me, we can ride this bitch together.
Teasy said it last episode. The ego is the motherfucker, I guess. Because a dude don't feel right if he ain't doing
But
shit.
see, that's how real
A real
women
man.
feel too. When I don't have a
For
job or
real.
when I'm not doing what I feel like I need to be doing, I'm down on myself, and then I'll back up. I don't want to be around nobody until I get this shit straight. So as a woman, I can understand how y'all feel in that situation, but I'm just curious as how y'all would feel knowing that a woman is trying to show you that she'll go through them downs with you because she know it's gonna be some ups. She know that y'all gonna build that shit to where it's gonna be some ups.
Maybe because we know every time it goes bad after that, y'all bring it
Yeah,
back
well,
up.
guess what? Not every female is the same way.
How about
Right.
Not
that?
every female is
How
the
about
same way
that?
because y'all sassy ass
Y'all
men
keep
be bringing
comparing
shit
us to
up
every
too.
single female that fuck with
Right.
y'all.
Hold up.
I said what I said, Fafo.
For real.
Next subject.
We
Next
not them
subject.
bitches that fuck your head up.
Thank you. We trying to give you some better peace. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real. We not dumb. The fuck, that's like us comparing all of y'all to our exes.
Don't do that.
Now look, if you do some shit that remind me of an ex, I'm gonna tell you like, hey, my ex used to do that shit. I don't like that shit. You do it again after that.
Well, me being me, be like, I don't give a fuck what he did. I'm me. This is what I
Right, but
do.
you're not.
If
But
you don't like it, fuck
you're
it. But
dismissing her feelings. You're dismissing the fact that she came and said, "Hey, what you just did reminded me of something that I went through." And if a person like me who has PTSD from that shit is explaining to you, like, "Hey, even though I know you're not this person, what you did triggered my emotions."
Listen, then let me say
it
this.
just
Let me,
depends
hold
on
on,
who you
let me
with, I
say this.
guess.
Hold on, let me say this. Your emotions ain't invalid to a person
It
when
don't make it right.
hold on. Your emotions ain't invalid to a person when you come tell it to them. It don't make it invalid. It's the point we can tell that you might not intentionally be doing it, but you're trying to compare me to him. I'm taking the burden of the shit that he done.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't come
But you
into.
wasn't
I
until
understand,
you did
I
something, though.
understand you broke. I understand you broken, but every time I do something, don't compare it to him.
Now
I
hold
am not
on.
him. Tell
Hold
me you
on
don't
though.
like that, but
Because
don't
a
tell me,
lot of
oh, this
bitches
reminds
will just
But
compare you
men do the
Speak on it,
automatically.
same
Hold
Hulk.
thing
on. A
though.
lot of bitches will just compare you automatically. But let's say, okay, I used to get beat on in relationships, right? If I'm with a person and he raised his hand by my head and I flinched and he asked me why I flinched, I'ma tell him because shit like that used to happen to me. So if you do the shit and you
that's
being funny,
understandable.
you know what I'm saying? Or if you say a certain thing, like you call me out my name or you do something, I say, hey man, I don't really like that because in my past this shit used to happen to me. And you know what I'm saying, it's triggering me. It's making me feel some type of way.
I guess it depends on the person, because I'm gonna be like, I thought you were smarter than that. You control your mind, you control what you think. Don't bring that
But
shit to me because it ain't here.
but see, a
But
woman
it
can
ain't
say
a
that
mind
about
thing,
you
it's a
too,
feeling.
Fafo. And you
Yeah, they
know a
can.
motherfucker could.
They
So within that, if you were to like, if a man was to come to me and be like, hey, a woman did this to me because let's say I was doing something and whatever I did triggered that man. As a woman who give a fuck about who I'm with, if he came to me and he said that, I'm gonna be like, damn. I ain't really
So if
realized I
you
was
so
doing that.
you
I'm sorry. I'ma
so if you
try.
were showing,
Now, you know,
Women
I'm gonna
don't
do
really
my
give a
best
fuck
to be
about our
aware of
feelings.
not doing that
Us
again.
showing our feelings make
hey,
us tough.
but
But I
that's a
do
wrong
understand
that's what I'm saying. We
expectation.
sassy.
I don't think no girl would deal with that. Like you, if you was in the bed with your man and he talking about you don't throw it back like my ex do, you gonna have a fucking problem with that shit.
That's different. That's
It's
different.
not
That is
different.
different.
That's
Yo,
Hold
different.
how you
on
gonna
though.
I'll bring
compare
it
All
out
us
you
to
gotta
that?
to
do is grab my
The
hips and move
fuck?
it the way you fucking want to. I'ma catch on.
see,
But
and if he
what
do
I'm
that shit
saying is,
hard and say make that shit
what
wetter and tighter like my
I'm not
ex, you
talking
gonna have
about.
a
I'm
fucking
not
problem
talking
with that.
about that. That's a whole different thing. We talking about emotional.
That's
We talking
different. What
about
the fuck?
emotional, not physical.
Yeah.
Right, and see, the whole fact that about that is people don't ask the right questions. People shouldn't wait. You shouldn't wait hell to fuck that person. Then when you get the pussy ain't what you want. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna leave a motherfucker. We gotta start.
Yeah.
Everything should be on the
Do your
table.
Shit, I
investigation.
ain't never
Try
had
to
no
meet a
complaints.
when you meet a person, I feel like everything should be on the table. Everything you should tell a person what you're gonna do and
Sometimes
what you're
I've
not
had
niggas
gonna
don't.
do.
motherfuckers tell me they can't do shit with this shit. They gonna
Hey,
flip
And
but
you
me
the,
should.
quick.
I don't know
hey,
what
Oh
but
my
state you in.
God.
That must be
hey,
your
but
state
some
I
problem.
feel
no,
like
but
this.
some
Before
hey,
you even
but
get
you know
into a
what?
relationship,
I think a lot of
hold
women say
on. Hold on. Before you even must get in a relationship, you need to first attempt attempt. I'm gonna say attempt because sometimes you don't always fix it in the beginning. You need to attempt to fix the things that are broken.
Facts.
Don't go into that next relationship with those things still going on because, like I say, inadvertently that person gonna suffer for it because he might not know it's triggering you, but you telling him it's triggering you. If he really care, it's gonna affect him in a certain way. Every time he do something, now he PTSD now too because he don't know how is it gonna affect you. You gotta also put yourself in the shoes of the person who's doing the
Yep.
healing.
And like I said,
Mhm.
you gotta ask the
Sometimes,
And
right
you have to
question.
ask the question of how
Yeah.
long you and your ex been broke up. What did you
Right. And
do
what's
after y'all
the
broke up?
problem?
Your
How did you
facts,
heal
yup.
yourself? You know what I'm saying? Because there's been, I was
Or are
I
you
was just in a
healed?
relationship not that long ago, and I love the fuck out this person. I still love the fuck out this person. But the problem is I was so used to things being done to me a certain way. And then he was so used to things being a certain way that it made us butt heads. And when I tried to communicate that shit turned into a heated ass argument. And then like the shit just got left. Like motherfucker left and we just split and no we you know what I'm saying wasn't nothing that was really talked about. It wasn't
Y'all
spoke
both
on.
was hurt and fucked up. That's why
Exactly.
y'all went in a new
bro,
situation with old shit on y'all mind, and that and that
but they
and that's
allow
never.
but
And
you
then this
allow
is what people got to understand when you're dealing with people. Like if you're dealing with an emotionally intelligent person, he's not gonna deal with none of that bullshit you going through. He gonna walk through the door and say, "Hey, baby girl, you need to heal. You need to get yourself right. You're gonna miss out on the nigga that you want because he's not going through that. He's not gonna give himself the headache of having to deal with PTSD and shit. If he really found peace in his life, peace wants to stay peaceful.
But see,
So
but
Yeah.
that
see,
that that
my
And
question
don't
questions
is,
nobody
must be
gotta work through that
my
asked
shit.
question
before
is,
getting in a
if both
relationship.
people were at peace and then an argument happened, which spit everything up in the fucking air, where do you go from that?
It should never get to that
you know
point.
what? The-
Maybe the argument
It should
just
have
brought
never
up
It
some
should
got
bad
never get to
shit.
that
it
point.
should have never you should have never allowed it to be okay in the beginning.
Right.
It depends on how much time you allowed it to be
Yep.
okay. Because then that significant other became accustomed to it
Yep.
now because you
Maybe.
allowed it to be
Yeah.
okay for so
It's just
long.
like me, the
See,
motherfucker
and
in the
that's the
strip
thing about
club
hey,
and tell him you can't be a stripper
Maybe the
no more
build
because
up
we
to that
together.
big fucking event should have been avoided. You should have known to avoid that shit. You certain signs to build up, like you
Right. The
should.
But
first
you
sign,
also
the
got to
first
think about the fact that
Maybe
it
it's
was new
just
too, and the fact that
but the first
motherfuckers
sign that you
wasn't from
see
the
something
same
that you
place.
yeah, the first time that you see something that you don't like, you have to speak on it. When you allow that's just like a person smacking you
yep.
upside your head. If you never tell them they hurt or don't
God
smack you
damn,
no
you made
more,
my
they gonna do it
earpiece fall
because
out.
But
them
see, the
smacking you
problem
makes
is
them
a lot
happy.
of the time is when something first happens and you address it. The main thing they like to tell you is, "Oh, this is how I am. This is how I've been,
Well,
and
and you
I'm
gotta
not
check that
changing."
shit. You gotta check that shit.
I
You
just
gotta
walk
Hey,
the
check
you
that
fuck
gotta.
first
away because
motherfucker.
once you
Yeah.
Hey,
scream at me and tell me that
how
you're
I
not
am
finna
and how I
change,
used to
like
feel is
obviously
not
the
okay.
conversation is null and void at this
right.
point.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's
And then
But that's
too
the
is
point.
you gotta look for them, like you gotta look for shit that you don't like. Like there was this one girl I was dating. She told me she was a single mother, had 3, 4 kids, and the only problem I had was you was posted up at my house for 4, 5 days. When the fuck did you call and check on your kids? And weird like that? That bothered
But
me
she
that
didn't
you
have
was.
her kids. What the
No,
fuck?
but
But
it,
how
it was
many
weird.
times
It was
you
weird because I
how
said there's
many
something
times
weird
you hit
going
on
on
them
because you said you
people?
were a single mom, but you been here with me for 4 days. Where the
She
fuck are
didn't
your
have her
kids?
kids. Her kids got took, obviously.
See that's what I said, and I don't. She talking
No.
about my kids at my. Okay, so
Cause
you
I'm
leave your
sorry.
kids at your
I got
mama
three
house to
kids
fuck
So
that
with
how
the
I
many
nigga.
raised,
times
and I'll be damned. I
so
might
how
be
many
able to dip off for like 2 or 3
But
days,
you
but I'm calling my kids and I'm checking on my kids the whole time we
I was about to
together.
say
Ain't no
that.
motherfucking way I'm just finna be like
For
gone
real.
for 4
I was about
days,
to
not
say
knowing
that.
what's
When
going
you
on with
gonna
my
tell her to call
kids.
her kids? When you gonna tell her to call her kids? When how
If
many
you gotta
times you can
tell a
hit
woman to
before you
call her
start about
kids,
her
tell that
kids?
bitch to go to
If
the
niggas
curb.
ain't
Cause
shit,
I'm sorry. Cause a
you
real
gonna
mama
wait till the
ain't
fourth and
going,
fifth year
bro.
after
My
you done
kids
hit
was
it
just
two,
at
three
camp for
times.
5 days.
Don't
When I
say
say
call
I
the kids
messaged
now you
them
got a
fucking camp
problem with her
leaders
not
all
calling you.
5 days,
Man. Now you got a problem not being with her
I was
kids.
not
She
playing.
been over here 4 days. Now you got a problem with it. You should have a problem with it on day one. First of all, if you got kids, don't come to my house without two kids.
Now hold on, because if we
That's what I'm talking
just
about.
I'm saying if we in a
because
relationship,
normally
I ain't saying that we just started talking. I'm saying if we in a relationship, because he said he was in a relationship.
Yeah, but there's a build up to that.
I'm
You
not
ain't
just
gonna.
bringing
Well,
my
most
kids
people
right
don't just
away.
tell a girl to come
Fuck
over.
that.
Yeah, you
If
gotta
we in a
build up to
relationship,
that.
when you come to
Yeah.
my house, I accept what come with you. Even when you first meet somebody, when you get with them, you accept what
Because
come
I'm
with
gonna
you.
tell
Ain't
you,
no
it's
such thing.
normally
With
with one motherfucker that shit happened a little quicker than what I wanted it to. But normally we gotta be together for like 4, 5, 6 months before you even fucking be in the same room as my kids.
Right.
Yeah, see,
That's
I
that's
ain't
a
gonna
Yeah,
lie.
fact.
And a lot of
sometimes
these,
I
hey,
think
and a
that's a
lot of
good
these women
topic.
I dated, I met they kid on the first day. It was fucking crazy. But
No,
hey,
my babies
one
do
time,
not.
hey,
That's a good
Girl,
topic
one
what?
for
time
the
I walked
maybe.
in the house, the
Uncle
kid,
Tony.
I
look,
feel a certain
look,
type of way.
one day I walked in a girl house, the kid, her daughter came right up to me and hugged me and said, Dad. And she gonna say, oh, you
No,
favor her
no,
dad. Nah, that's the
no.
bullshit. You
Nah,
Oh
had too
hell
many
Hey,
niggas
nah.
in this
that lets you
motherfucker.
know
Hell
I'm
nah,
about
she
to
a
raise your
hoe.
fucking
She a
pocket.
hoe. When she thought her
Hell
kids
no.
is every
I'm
man
about
that
to
come
raise your
around, she
pocket.
called him daddy. Okay, because
Yeah,
I
I
tell
said,
you
that's
what,
fucking crazy.
if a motherfucker walk in my house, both of my twins gonna look at you like you a fucking foreigner and ask you what
Yeah,
the fuck you doing here.
motherfucker
And my
said,
Yeah.
Dad.
oldest gonna come around the corner like, what you doing with my mama? What's your intentions with my mama? Why you
Huh?
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the children are conditioned, like you
But
said.
I ain't
Some
gonna
people
lie, children
conditioned
shouldn't
to
even be in
something.
adult faces.
Hold on.
And
Some
that's what I
children
teach
don't
my
have a
kids.
father
No, you
figure in
don't
their
need to be in
life.
their face, bro.
You
Back
know?
up.
Yeah.
And I
Some
don't
shit
give
is
a fuck if
conditioned.
it's
Some shit
family. It could be their
yeah,
uncle,
don't
bro.
worry
Don't
about
be all in their
yeah.
face. Get off his lap. We don't do none of that shit. Back up out his face.
Teasy. Hey, Teasy, I want to hear your advice on this. Let's say you meet a girl and instantly she wants you to meet their kids. Is that a red flag for you or what?
No, I'm cool with it because, like I
yes.
said, I'm a
Mm-mm.
person.
That's what
I'm a
comes with
person
it. You
that
shouldn't.
if we gonna be together, we gonna be together. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather know everything that you got going on than be through with some shit in the shade. I want to know
As a
everything that you
woman,
got going
I'm
on
gonna tell
because
you I got kids. I'm gonna
I
tell
Yeah,
you
want to.
we
what I
gonna
got
tell you
going
we got
on, but
kids.
you
Yeah, I
not
want to
gonna
see
be
if
in
it's
my
And
something
kids'
that
all of that.
face.
yeah, I want to know if it's something that I want to deal with. I want to see the whole fucking
Yeah.
package. I don't want
If
to
your
be
kid's
walking
disrespectful, yeah.
got this going on. No, I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
gonna
what's the
let you
point?
know,
Hey,
Trying to
but
hey,
stay
I ain't
on your
gonna
father
bring no
kids
nigga around my
around me this
kid on the
heavy
But you
first
shit.
can't be
day.
hey,
upfront and
but
honest
you
with
do
me.
gotta,
God
but
damn it,
that's a
I want to
part,
see your
that's the
shit
part
eventually.
that women have to deal with that men don't have to deal with. They could date a nigga for 7 months and he meet your kids and don't like your kids and then that shit, oh, she wasted all her fucking time.
Yeah, niggas gotta deal with it too. They have some women that done kill some niggas' children. Yes, you do. It don't matter what side of the field you is. If you're a parent and you got children, you're supposed to be caused.
Yeah.
You supposed to be caused. But when
I'm
you
on the
do,
Fuck
fence with
yeah,
it.
nah,
Like
man.
some,
you need to meet
I
your
guess I
children.
go off the vibe. But if
That's
I
what
if
I'm
I'm
saying.
like just
At a
started
point,
talking
you
to
Yeah,
a
gotta
that's
girl,
have
all of a
crazy.
you
sudden
can't
like
tell a
it's
person what
kids
to
all
do.
over the
You
place.
gotta have
Like why are you so comfortable letting your kids meet a stranger out of the
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
blue?
not.
But then I go off the
Exactly,
vibe like,
There's been
is she
times I've
exactly,
been on
responsible?
video
Like
chat
I don't
talking
exactly.
to
know.
as
motherfuckers, and
women
my
and
kids will
some
come
niggas
up, and I be
today.
like, bro, get the fuck out the camera, bro. Like, what are you doing? You don't need to be in my phone like that. Like, back up. I'm
Typically,
talking to somebody. I don't want
typically,
you
Oh, and I ain't gonna
around while
lie,
I'm
my
having
pet,
conversations. None of that.
Look, I'm gonna
and
tell
I
you
ain't gonna
like
lie,
this.
my
I'm gonna
pet
see a
peeve,
nigga
I
real
hate
weird.
mothers that
If
talk.
he tell me we're gonna meet for the first time and he tell me, oh, bring your kids.
I'm
Like,
gonna
bro,
look
Right.
at you
what,
weird
nigga,
as
what?
fuck, and I'm gonna be like, you must want my kids and not me. I'm not doing
Well, I
that.
ain't gonna lie,
but
but I ain't gonna
typically
lie.
a
But if
woman,
it's an event, if it's an
Dead ass.
event where he got his kids too, that makes sense. Like you would take
That's
all the
different
kids
though.
out.
That's different. But
That's
even
different.
then,
Y'all
But we
better have been
talking
talking for
about,
but
some
we
even
talking
months and
then,
about,
if
months.
we first
we
started
talking
talking
about
in the
first
first two
talking, like the
weeks,
first couple of
Yeah,
yes,
weeks
I'm
and
not
first.
shit.
Yeah,
doing
Like,
first
that. Listen,
contact.
I'll come to the event, but my baby's not
Nah.
coming to the
oh,
event. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
typically women that
that we
typically
talking
women
about
that
all in the
let
beginning
motherfuckers.
stuff.
Right.
yeah.
But
I
if
feel
we
like
see by the
you
first
looking too
month,
hard for a stepmama, or stepdaddy out here. That's why I said
And see,
we
that's
Typically
why I
got
be
women
we
trying
that
to
don't know
tell
you like that.
people. That's why I be trying to tell
typically
people. I don't tell people that I'm a single mother. I'm a single woman.
right, but
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
a
typically women
single
that let
woman,
other
for
not
males
real.
a
meet
single
their
mama.
kids is a motherfucker that they want to be with anyway. Most women is just not
Not
letting kids see them any
necessarily.
motherfucking way.
Some women just be like whatever,
Bro.
and then like he said, you looking for a stepdaddy. I tell the motherfucker straight up, I don't need a stepdaddy for my kids.
Me,
I
I try
take
to
care
go
of
in
them.
every. I try to go on
I've
everything positive. I
whooped a
try not
lot
to
of
look
niggas'
for.
Now,
kids in my life.
if you earn that, and you want to be that role model in my kid's life, then yes, that's a whole different story. But I'm not asking you to be that, and I'm not saying
That comes with
Yeah,
time,
exactly.
though.
I'm
You
hey,
don't force that
I
I'm
shit.
not
lost a
letting
lot
my
of nigga
kids call
kids in
you
It's
my
all
life,
about
daddy.
bro.
time, though.
I'm
It's all
not I'm
about
not gonna
time.
let my
Yeah, it
kids
is.
call you daddy. They not gonna be all up in your face. You know what I'm saying? Especially by yourself. Like I have a hard time like leaving my kids with you. Like I
Well,
don't
you,
give a fuck
Hell
how
no.
long
hey,
we've been
but
together.
you
Like
know
I
what? But
can't.
you know what? But you know what? As a woman, that's a situation that probably got to be further expanded on because you shouldn't be dating a nigga that you don't feel comfortable with your kids around anyway. That's first and foremost. You
I'm not gonna feel
shouldn't be
comfortable.
Yeah, kids will tell you the truth
I'm
about a
not gonna
dating
feel
a
motherfucker.
nigga.
comfortable leaving my
I'm not
kids
feeling
Shouldn't even
around
be
comfortable
you,
of
dating a
no
nigga
having
nigga.
you
my
think
kids
will touch your
around
kid.
you.
Yeah,
It's not even that. It's not even
like
that.
you
It's
can
just that I've
It's
been
not
through
about
shit
that.
in my life when I was a kid,
see. That's what I'm
and
saying.
and my
And
mom
let your
I knew
always
that
parents
been
was some
protect
hurt
your
tripping on
kids.
talking.
me.
Yeah, I knew
But
that was some
it's a
hurt talking
cautious
when you
thing as
said
a
they
mama,
uncle.
though. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
but I
it.
knew that was some hurt stuff to happen because you said I don't even trust their uncle. That's supposed to be your brother. That's supposed to be who the kid's supposed to be
It,
able to
hold
come
on,
to.
hold on. I never said that I didn't trust their uncle. I make it a thing to
It's
where
not
my
about that,
kids, you not
bro.
sitting
It's
in your
just
uncle's
the
lap.
kids shouldn't be
You
doing
not gonna
that.
be all up in motherfuckers men's laps. No, no, no. I don't give a fuck whether it's granddad, uncle, no, none of that.
Yeah, I
You
don't
don't
give a
need
fuck
to
if it's
be
my own
exactly.
brother.
You
I'm not
don't
letting my
need to be
daughter sit
because
on his
then
lap.
if
Yeah, that shouldn't be something they
no,
do.
because then
Yeah,
when they get older, they gonna think that
Period.
shit's okay, and I'm not
yeah. I
doing
never
that. No,
played
so
that
I
shit
nip that in
too.
the
Can't
Yeah,
bud
I
sit
never
on
quick.
any
played.
Nah.
man's lap. No.
I never played that lap shit either. Even if my kid tried to sit on my lap, I move them down further on my leg. I don't just let motherfuckers
Yep.
sit on my
And
lap.
I'm a mama. When they
Yeah,
come get in my lap, I
yeah,
move their ass to one leg. You not sitting in the middle of my lap.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
move you to the one
Yeah.
leg. You know what
yeah.
I'm
That's that
I
saying?
old
always
school
Or
felt like
shit
that was
that
weird
we
if a
need to
nigga
get
just let
back.
him sit
exactly.
in the middle of the yeah, like that was a little weird to me. I always thought that was
Yeah,
weird too. But everybody's different with their
But that's
kids.
why
That's
I
yeah,
all
nip
we
it in the butt
saying. That's all
now.
we saying. You
And
gotta
that's
be
why I love my
cautious.
brothers and shit, because my brothers will check my kids too. Like, hold up now, you need to get up out my lap. First of all, I don't like that. Second of all, your mama ain't even playing that. So you
Yeah,
just need to go ahead. You can
yeah, yeah,
stand
yeah.
next to me. You can sit on my knee. You know what I'm saying? But you don't need to sit on my lap, and you don't need to have your head in my lap. No, none of that shit.
yeah. That shouldn't be
But I
an
even told my
accepted norm
daughters
thing.
after a
Like, don't
certain
do that.
age, after a certain age, I told my daughters, y'all gonna have to wash your own stuff up in here. Dad ain't gonna be in here helping you with baths after a certain age. But I don't want you comfortable with niggas just
And
being
I'm
in the
like that
bathroom
with
with
my
y'all.
son
Yeah,
too. I'm like that with my son too. Like, I'm not even finna lie. I was
I
trying to
never let
potty
my
train
daughter's
my
father
son.
bathe her.
I was trying to potty
Never.
train my son, and they daddy wasn't around, so I had to tell my brother one day. I said, "Bro, I need you to take my son into that bathroom and show him how to piss, bro."
yeah, you gotta show them how to use the bathroom.
And he was like,
But
"Sis, that's awkward." I said, "Bro, I like what you want
I'll
me to
let
pull
him
a
bathe my
dildo out and be
son,
like,
but
this
not
how
my
you do
daughter.
this,
yeah,
bro?
yeah,
I need you to show your fucking nephew how to do this. I don't have a fucking dick, bro. I need you to show him how
Yeah,
to do this. I know it's weird, and it's weird me asking you this because his daddy should be doing this, but you're a
yeah,
man, and
that's
I
cool.
need you to play that role right now, bro. I'm sorry, I don't. I know it's weird. You about to pull your dick out in front of your nephew. It's weird, but guess what? He gotta learn how to pee, bro. I can't just put Cheerios in there. It's not helping because he's not learning how to aim.
You could have
Girl, get
did
your
it
ass
though
out the
for him. You ain't
camera.
have
yeah,
to. You could have
So,
did it for him though. It's not, typically good to let another
see, but
man
that
Yeah,
one
but
might
then
have
I
weirded
do it.
felt
her out. So
weird. I
You
felt
go in there
weird.
and you hold your son penis
Yeah,
and
I
tell
A
felt
him to
weird
flush
weird.
that
Like
man
I
motherfucker
touching
didn't
my
down.
want to
son's
go in there
penis?
and be
Yeah.
like, my
That's
son
what
is
he
yeah,
like,
that
okay,
doing
you
that
now.
gotta
making
hold
them
it like
extra
this.
shy.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. You making them extra sassy.
it's weird all
Yeah,
No,
around.
I
Like,
just,
Extra
him,
sassy.
I
but
did,
with
I
my
did what I
yo,
thought was
my
best,
daughter,
Ain't
and just
now
had
one of
my
I
my
ain't gonna
brother
brothers
lie,
do it.
going in no
but
with
you
my
know
bathroom
what?
pulling
But
their
daughter,
you know
dick out
what's
with my
called?
I got a
son.
big
You
old.
know what's called? I know
Hold up,
Yeah, but
somebody
you're
that
a man
hold up, hold
though.
up. Let me
You're a
talk.
man though. You could go teach your son that yourself. I can't whip out a dick. You know what I'm saying? And I
No,
But
needed
you
check
him
this
to
just
out. I
told
see.
it.
got a
You
little
I
go
needed
girl,
and
him
use
to
right?
your
see a
hand and show him
man.
So
how
if
to
y'all
point that
teach
But
y'all
I
motherfucker
son
tried
out.
how to
that, bro.
pee,
That's what
that's
I'm
being
saying. He
gay?
wasn't. It wasn't clicking. That's why I
Yeah.
needed a man to show him how to do that. And the only person that I
Just throw
trusted,
Pokemon in that
I did that
motherfucker.
with
Tell him if he
Cheerios
pees
and
on
was
it, he
like,
gets $1
aim
million.
for it, bro. And he was pissing on
yeah,
the back
bro.
of my seat.
It's
So I
something
was
the
like,
man
I need
gotta
a
teach.
man to show him
So
this.
none of
Yeah,
you
it's something a man
So
gotta
none of
do.
y'all taught y'all sons
Yeah,
how to
nah, you
paint?
should have just You should have just grabbed
I
his
showed my
hand and
son
put his
and I
Hey,
finger
yo,
showed
on
my
it
with
and
my
daughter.
told him to
daughter,
aim that
so
motherfucker.
I tried that, bro. That's why I said he was looking at me weird. I'm
He
feeling
I
weird. Like I was like, this shit
nah, you shouldn't
awkward.
have
I just
felt
need a
weird.
man to show him.
You shouldn't have felt weird. He'd have caught on eventually, but him having to see another man go in there and pull their dick out, that's gonna make him
But
worried.
y'all
And
go into the
you,
bathroom all the time, pissing next to a
but
urinal with another
we not
motherfucker.
looking,
But this is my
at each other's
brother.
dick. And I don't even use stand up
unless
urinals.
you feisty.
This is my
I'm going to
brother though.
motherfucking clothes.
This is a man that I trust. This is the one
Yeah,
that I
but
know
it's
gonna
not
look out for
about
my son.
it's not about the trust part. It's about your son at that young age and another man, go and use the bathroom.
It
He
worked because
everything.
after that he was pissing the way he was supposed to.
So it would be different if he seen his dad put his dick
I
out.
don't even pull my dick out. I tell him to aim that motherfucker. You stand there and watch him and tell him to aim that motherfucker. You ain't gotta really
Yeah,
let
but
them see another
some
dick
kids
aim.
don't learn. Some kids
Nah,
don't learn just by
they will.
telling. They
They
need to
will
see that
eventually.
shit.
They will eventually when goddamn me they pissing and you pop their motherfucking hand.
I'm not finna pop
Look,
your.
Red said she was tired of using all them Windex
Yeah,
I'm
wipes.
you got.
saying, like, I got tired of cleaning my bathroom every day, fucking 3
Yeah,
times a
he'd
day,
have
because
caught
the
on.
piss all
He'd
over
have
my
caught on
face.
eventually though. Like that's
Listen,
typically for
my
boys
back,
though.
my
Yo, with
back
my
was
daughter, cause I
fired.
got a big
Okay,
ass
I'm telling you
bed,
that right now.
and like I shower my kids with love, but my daughter was getting to be 12, 13. Like, Dad, can I sleep with you? Can I watch TV sleep with you? I had to tell her, no, get the fuck out. Like, no, it's not cool. Even though I got a big,
Yeah,
huge ass
sometimes
bed,
you
I
got
had
to
to let her know
like
that's not. You should not be accepted with
like
that shit.
birds.
Like,
Birds
no,
kick they
no, go sleep in your
humans
own
got to be
bed.
like birds with these kids nowadays. Goddamn it, when you at the age to
Yep,
do what you need to be doing, get the fuck on. Because we are
because
physical
that's where
learners.
they
Yeah,
learn it from. If not you, it's
yeah.
gonna be
Now
the
I'm not
internet or
gonna lie.
somebody else.
My
Like, no,
oldest,
you
who
can't
y'all
sleep with me
just
no
seen,
more.
she about to be 18. There's times that she'll come in here and be like, "Mom, can I lay with you?" Yeah, I got you, babe. Come on, you're saying whatever. But I'm the
Right.
mama
You
though.
know
You know what
something's
I'm
going
saying?
on
She
or
just
something.
need that mama love and that. But other than that, like,
That's different,
yeah.
bro.
But what if your son did that?
At that age, if my son came and said, "Mom, I just need to lay with you," and
You wouldn't do
I
it, right?
probably would because that's my kid.
For real.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not saying you're gonna be sleeping
Well,
with
at
me all
18, yeah,
night.
but I'm talking like 12, 13.
I'm
My
not saying
son,
you're gonna be sleeping with
my
me all
son
night, but baby, if
20,
you
my
came to
son
me
will
and
be
said, "Mom, I
27
just need
next
my mama,"
year.
you know what I'm saying? I just want to be next to my mama because I tell my kids all the time, one day I'm not
And
gonna
my
be here.
son be
So
so
that
And
love
let
stressed
me
that
and
y'all
let
out
me
want from me,
that
y'all gotta
my
get
son,
hey,
down.
let
yeah,
me
my
be
son
real.
walk in
Hey,
and be
and
like,
let
yo,
me be
mom, can
real.
I lay with you for a little bit?
That's just being a real parent. A real parent, the
You got
first thing in their
nurture.
mind is not gonna be no sexual shit with their kid. They gonna
Yeah,
take
that's
care of their
nurture.
kid.
Yeah,
I don't give a
But
fuck
I can
how old my
nurturing.
daughter
understand.
is. They
Exactly.
I
can
can
claim my
Well, my
understand. I can
compromise,
understand where
Sexualize. That's
Fafo
fucking
coming from
crazy.
because he's a male and that's his daughter. So I can
don't
Yeah,
get me
understand
that's
wrong,
because
yeah.
she
you
I
got me
never
wrapped
understand
around
know.
that
her
You
too.
finger.
never
She got
know
me
what
wrapped.
the other parent might try to do or say. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be shady out here. So I can understand Fafo's point of view from that. But me
I
as a
know, but look,
mama,
but
But
look,
my
but look, but
compromise
look,
was
but look,
fine. You could,
nobody,
I was
but
like,
nobody should
when you
have
fall
you so.
asleep, I'm carrying your ass back to
right?
your
You
No,
know
but
what I'm
room.
nobody
That
saying?
was
should
my
have you so
compromise.
scared that you can't show your daughter affection because you're worried about what a motherfucker's out to say.
Nah, it wasn't that. I just didn't want her to, cause you learn when you're young that shit's
Well,
okay or shit's accept. I didn't want her to
He's
think that
just
it's like
saying
I
that he
didn't
was
want it to
teaching her
build.
is not
Right.
okay.
Yeah, fuck it. You can watch TV, you pass out, but you go in your room if it's like a bad day or something. But
well,
nah, this you just don't
Yeah,
accept that as something you should
or
do
you
all
make
the
a
time. I
pallet,
was old
right? Or
school
you make a
teaching.
pallet on the motherfucking
Yeah,
floor.
And you can sleep in here. I
yeah.
tell my kids
like
that
baby,
all
you
the
ain't six
time.
no
Like
more.
You could
Nah.
be
even my twins, they 9, but they big as hell. Shit, they daddy like 6'4". I'm like, bro, like you make a pilot on the floor. You know what I'm saying? You
Now
big as
the
hell.
question for him here, you only got a daughter, you don't got a son. Like if your son would have been like,
Yeah, I
yo,
got a
dad,
son. He
can I chill with
22.
you for a little bit?
Cause
his funky
I
G
potty
ass ain't
trained
getting
my
no
Would you
pussy.
son
let your
and my
son chill
daughter.
with you?
I potty trained all the kids. I potty
No, I'm
trained my
I
saying
ain't
son
like,
potty
and my
trained my
daughter.
would
daughter.
you reject
I
your
figured girls got
son?
it easier. All they do is sit
Yeah,
down and
I
that
ain't gonna
shit
lie,
happen.
and I
Dudes
ain't
got
gonna
to
lie,
aim, pull it out, not
and
piss
that's
on
what
themselves.
hey, and that's what happened to your son if someone don't show him how to use a bat, he'll be pissing sitting down in that motherfucker.
right, or pulling his pants all the way motherfucking
Cause
down
Yeah.
that's
to his
how I
ankles.
first started potty training my son, was to sit down and just point it downward. Okay. But then once he started getting a little older, by the time he was 2, 3 years old, I'm like, all right, son, you got to stand up. I bought him like a little urinal thing that sits up on, you suck it to the wall, little suction cup, put that shit on the wall. I tried so much shit. It had it was a frog, bro. Like the tongue spun when you peed on it. Man, I tried so much shit. But
Oh
he
my
wasn't
God.
it wasn't working, bro. It just
Wait.
wasn't working. He wanted to sit the fuck down. And I'm like, bro, you can't do this. And I even tried calling his dad on video chat, like, I'm gonna need you to show your son how to do this. And he was like, nah, I didn't. Well, fuck it then. I'm gonna have my brother do it, because I'm not getting no help from you, bro.
And that's one thing.
Like
And
my
that's one
kid
thing.
gotta figure out how to do this, and I can't do this.
And that's one
I
thing
tried
that
the
I do
banana
commend.
trick. I tried putting the banana in my pants and holding it like none of that shit.
What's the banana
I
trick?
tried.
Man,
Where
that's
you
one
fucking
thing I
put the banana,
commend.
What's
like
the
you hold
banana
the
trick?
banana like a dick, and you just, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you. Oh, damn.
Yeah, I tried. I'm
And-
like, let me get a banana. So I'm like, son, you just hold it like this. And he was just looking at me like I was fucking weird. And I was like, he need to see this from a man.
Yeah, and that's one thing I commend women. And I always say that, like, women cannot, teach men how to be a man, but they can give them
At all.
characteristics of what they feel a good man is, but a woman have to know what a good man is to
This
even
is
give
why
those
I
that.
push my son towards my brothers and his uncle, his other uncle, like his great uncle,
And,
so
and
much.
even then, uncles and stuff, you got to make sure that they are a great man. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? You
yeah,
just
That
can't
the
they
only
think
straight.
person
somebody
that's
are
Yep.
a
teaching my
male
kids some shit
just
is
because
some
they a
motherfuckers
male.
I know is on they shit. Don't
Yeah,
think
just
I'll ever just have a random ass man sitting up there trying to tell my kids shit. No, the motherfuckers I have teach my
Or if
kids.
your uncle, or if your brother was a piece of
Yeah,
shit.
never. I would
Yeah.
tell my son, don't even listen to his ass. For real, for real.
and like I say,
Yeah.
I definitely learned from my
But
mama.
I'm the
Like I
type of
said,
person that I don't even let my kids be around my mama because of how my mama is. And I don't agree with a lot of shit that she is. And she got racist ass tones in her voice and shit. And I don't play like that. So in reality, the motherfuckers I allow around my kids got to be on they shit.
yeah, because
Got
you
to
got
be
to
on.
understand they
Same
I
gonna
on
bring
my
don't
those
let
frame, huh?
I
characteristics to
don't
your
let
household.
motherfuckers around my
Yeah,
kids.
Yeah.
Facts,
That's
man.
boundaries. That's good shit.
Man, been a good
It ain't
I
always
episode.
gotta
easy,
have
but it's
boundaries,
good.
and it's hard because my kids love my mama, you know what I'm saying? But I know who she is as a person, and I just don't even want that energy. Transfer of energy is not just sex, okay? You could literally go to somebody's house and carry an entity back with you. I don't
yeah,
play that shit. So when it comes to my kids, if it's
People,
if it's
places,
a,
and
if
things.
it's a
Yep.
person that does not move the same way, like for instance, their godmother they used to have when George Floyd got killed. This been my best friend since fucking first grade. We're not even friends no more over this shit. She got married to this guy. They both went into the Marines. He became a Marine cop, and then when he got out, he became an actual cop. So when all that shit with George Floyd went down, and I was voicing how I felt about how that shit was police brutality and how shit needs to get taken care of it, she took it as I was talking about her husband. Well, my husband's a cop. Bitch, I don't give a fuck if your husband's a cop. Does your husband do shit like that? Does he abuse his authority?
Does he
You know
agree
what
with
I'm
it?
saying?
Yeah.
Like, the fuck out of here. So no, but I'm gonna teach my kids because my kids is mixed. So yes, like I tell my daughter and my son, they're not gonna look at you and be like, oh, this is a mixed female, mixed male. They're gonna say black male, black female. It ain't nothing else past that. So I need them to understand that this is the way that life is. And if you cannot teach my kids this shit, and you trying to keep this type of shit away from our kids, it's a thing. This is reality. This is the world that we fucking live in, and this is what the fuck it is. And this is how I teach my kids. So if you have a problem with the fact that I'm telling my kids that some cops have, authority issues and that some cops abuse their authority, then you clearly can't be my
You
kids.
can say most cops.
And that's what I tell my kids. Like, not all cops are like that. There are good cops, but most cops abuse their fucking authority. And she got mad at me, and I was like,
Yes,
I
yes,
literally
yes.
went and dismissed all the fucking paperwork because I had to end paperwork that she was the godmother of my kids if something was to ever happen. I got rid of all that shit. Ain't no fucking way I could even trust you with my kids because you're not gonna teach them the real shit.
We gonna bring the subject back next week because man, this has been a good show. I ain't gonna lie, we 2 hours in and niggas was zoned in. I ain't gonna lie, this is a good show. I can't wait till next
You
week.
should see all the comments I got.
We might have to
Jesus.
do a part 2 on on these subjects, atrocity of children around people and the influence of media and everything.
I know them two bottom females need to show up on Wednesdays and quit making us call them.
Yeah, it's crazy. We'll get everybody in, you know.
Yeah,
We just
gotta
happy for
tag me,
those who showed
man. You
up.
gotta tag me.
You gotta
Because some
tag
people
me.
done, yeah,
See, look,
been showing up for the last
Hawk
2-3
Life
weeks.
sent me the motherfucking link, and I was like, oh, he must want me to jump on. So I jumped on Facebook, and I was like, yeah, they gonna need my help because I don't even see a female up there.
Ah,
Ladies,
yo,
If
gotta
you
Tony,
get
real,
say
if
yo,
you
punctual.
you
real,
need
you
to
Ladies
real,
gotta
have
work on
man.
their
That's
one.
all it is.
punctuality.
We just want
Real,
real.
the real podcast, them ladies, they gotta work on their punctuality. 3-way, if you're gonna be, I work on your punctuality. But I know y'all celebrating your birthday right now. Y'all probably having a grand ole opera at this point. You know, a few other people just working on being punctual. You know what I'm saying? If it start at 8:30, be here at 8:30. If it start at 8, be here at 8. Just be punctual as y'all
I'm not gonna
possibly
lie, I
can
be
because
busy.
we
So if you
having.
don't text me like 10, 20 minutes before the actual event, I'm probably gonna be late.
Please do. Me too. I'll
But
Does
be
I
that
do,
shit
busy.
I
sound
do.
familiar,
I put
Hawk
it all
Life?
in the
Give
chat.
me
Didn't
a
I
I
say
heads
that
see,
up
shit?
and
I
I'll
see
pop
people
in.
watching it. So when people say that you text me, I see you when I post it in the chat, and I know you see it. So that's not an excuse. I see
That's why
people
when I
seeing the
seen it, I
shit.
said, okay, that's when I seen your message. Like, okay, he did send me the message.
Yeah,
Let
but
me
I've been
log in.
posting it.
I
Yeah,
don't
Hold
Tony
on,
always
20
see the
messaged
minutes
message.
me.
I
before.
would have texted you, but
Send the link
my
out. You
shit
gotta
fucks
be
up.
active. You
It's
gotta be paying
always
attention
fucked
because in
up.
the chat, I'm speaking on in the chat. And then I'm posting it to
Slap
y'all
that shit back
inboxes.
to you.
So y'all definitely know ahead of time. A lot of people know ahead of time. A lot of people might don't. The
All
ones
right.
I do see that seeing, I know they seeing, and I know who not seeing. So at the end of the day, if you seeing it, then you should be aware. If you're not active enough, then you're not gonna be aware.
Low key, the
But
only
other than
reason why I
that,
seen it on Facebook Hog Life is because you tagged me in the comments. That's the only reason why I
yeah, I
was like,
know.
oh shit. And then I went back to check the message just to see if you sent me the link like you did the last time, and you did. So if you don't like hit me
I'm
like
talking about in the actual
Yeah,
tap in
Tony
chat.
sent me the link. Now I hopped in. That's when I hopped in.
That's why they got the only tap in. Everybody got the tap in link.
Mhm.
Tap in chat. All y'all in the chat. If you see notifications coming from that tap in chat, you need to read the
I'm gonna tell you right
notifications. That
now, I
means
suck
when
at
we
group
post.
chats. I suck at
Yeah,
group
so it's
chats.
in the
I
group
do
chat.
not
Me
like
too.
group
Look for it.
chats. I be muting that shit so the shit
I
ain't going
literally
off every
talked about it
Tuesday.
30 minutes beforehand in the group chat. I literally talked about it 30 minutes beforehand, tagged everybody, literally
So it's every Wednesday?
every Wednesday. Supposed to be 8 o'clock, but for some reason we wind up starting late
Oh,
every
well,
time.
see,
I'll
with
just
that,
set it
I was
on my
gonna say I'm gonna
phone.
put it in the calendar on the phone to go off 10
I
minutes.
know. I'm gonna set it on my
Yeah,
phone. Wednesdays, 8 o'clock.
but it's so many different people. Shout out Miss Erica Page for dropping that music. She was supposed to be on here, singer songwriter, a public figure. She had to dip out or whatever leave. It took us a little bit too long to get started. So she, I guess, had something she was into. So her name is not a regular name. I would
Oh
do my
Lord,
research.
oh
Who the
Lord,
fuck was
listen, I
that?
don't ask questions.
Woo!
Oh,
I just
What
turn
just
around.
happened?
Don't
that's
ask.
the one of my listen. That's one of my products from off of TikTok. You can check me out when I do my
All right,
TikTok
Diddy.
shit. That's called the Screaming Goat.
Shameless
That's called the
plug.
Screaming
The
Goat.
horror
That's called the
film.
Screaming Goat. Yeah, check me out on TikTok, man. You know I'm a TikTok affiliate now, so I be selling
I
products
be
and
on
shit like
TikTok
that.
too. I just hit
Yeah.
5K
Ah,
followers.
okay.
Okay, you got 5K. I might have to send you the agency link. You might want to join some.
I don't be on TikTok like that, but I'm going to start. I'm going
I
to
be getting
Yeah,
start.
so
it's
much
definitely
love from
one.
TikTok.
Oh yeah, me
Yeah, a
too.
lot of people say that.
As soon
I
as I
got one.
started, I
I'm
went
gonna
on
start
Yeah, I used
being
to be
TikTok.
on
there.
the screen with you, Chachi. On
Yeah,
Oh, they
tap
got a
in,
whole
that
little
shit.
tap
private chat
in.
on this motherfucker. I didn't even know.
Tap in. If you tapped out, tap
I didn't
in,
even know I
tap
was getting all
in.
these
Yeah,
Yeah, I
messages.
know we
tap
tapped
Hey.
in.
in, man, and we tapping in, man, and we giving our opinion, man, and we don't give a fuck what you think about our opinion, because it might help you in the long run.
Facts.
That's
Mm.
why my name Big
Appreciate
Facts.
everybody on the
For
phone.
real.
Till
It
next
was
week.
nice meeting you, ladies, for sure. Make sure y'all add me, and I'll definitely interview y'all. Got my own
You add me because
podcast,
I forget.
everything.
I'm Colombia
I forget. Miss Red
Escobar
Big
on
Facts.
Facebook. Catherine Escobar on Facebook.
Yeah.
Can y'all quit being